And my Uber driver just kept staying in the left lane, and then we'd go to the next light, and they'd just putter around. You know when you're in the car with somebody, and they're just not stepping on it?
Yeah.
And you want to scream, but you know they're not breaking the law?
Right.
So I'm here.
And they're just giving you the vibe, like, don't worry, we'll get there, man. We'll get there.
I fucking hated him. One star. 1 star!
I guess this left is closed. We'll do the next one.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get the next one.
No rush.
No rush at all.
It was for the Veterans Day parade.
Oh, that's why. Okay, that makes sense. Thank you,
happy
Travis.
Veterans Day.
Yes, to Travis.
Yes, Travis, happy Veterans Day.
Well, thanks, I guess.
That's right. Travis
That's right.
is a veteran of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. Where I'm going.
You're just watching the clock countdown. Like the minutes just go by. How the fuck am I going to get there by 8 o'clock if this
I
guy
knew I'd
doesn't
make it, but I was just so angry at his slowness.
Should we...
Let's bring our guest in. He's here, and he smells really good.
Bruce Buffer?
Yeah, he smells good.
We got Bruce Buffer, we have Mark Normond coming in later, and we have Eboni K. Williams from Fox News coming in later. But we're going to start with Bruce Buffer.
Very early.
Yes, well, it's a big weekend for Bruce.
Hello, Bruce.
Hi, guys.
How's it going, Bruce? Welcome to the show.
You smell very good, and you're in a three-piece suit early in the morning. It's amazing. Very impressive.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's what I do, Jim, but honestly, I'm a bathing suit by day, tuxedo by night kind of guy.
Oh, okay.
Bathing suit?
Old-time surfer, brother.
Oh, is that right?
Do you still surf?
Not with no ACL on my knee.
Oh, right. You hurt your leg. That's right.
Yeah,
how is it? I remember that.
Yeah, the night of your show. I'm rehabbing. I'm going without the operation. I'm rehabbing 3 hours a day.
Okay, can you tell people how you heard it? Bruce was doing
Can I tell you, I watched it last night.
Oh, you did watch it.
Oh, gosh.
I watched the video, and it was so funny to watch you, Bruce. Like, you realized right away that something was wrong.
Right at the top.
And you were like, fuck it, I got to power through this song.
Yeah.
I still got to perform. He's performing. What song was it?
It was Rebel Yell by Billy Idol. And
It was karaoke.
No, it was lip sync.
Lip sync. Even better.
So then, and now I've got this whole affliction towards lip sync. If I get a call from LL Cool J, it's going to be, I'm sorry, LL, you're great, but I got to say no.
It's too dangerous.
Yeah, it's too
dangerous.
Well, I jumped at the top of it, and what happened is when you watch the video, Billy Idol jumps to the top, and, you know, I can jump, spin around, kick you in the head, which I can't do right now, but I jumped, and I did a little jump, and I came down, and the stage at the Legacy was in sections. And the left section kind of gave a little bit and caused my foot to slip in my Reebok shoe. Thank you, Reebok. Love you. And the knee just buckled, and it blew. And then I fell like about 50 seconds into it. The knee just gave away. And but I'm like, the show must go on. It was a 3-minute rendition. I did the guitar solo the whole bit, and then I went to get an MRI the next morning. They go, your ACL's gone.
Because you see him shaking the knee out. He's trying to just kind of walk it off. Like, oh, that was just kind of wonky. Walk it off. But then you realize, like, no, this is bad.
Well, you know, when I was younger and I was kickboxing like crazy, I'd, you know, roll an ankle, hurt the knee, and shake it off and get back in the fight. You know, I guess that doesn't happen anymore. You pass 50 and it's like, forget that. That's not going to happen.
No, but it was fun watching you the next night, too, because Bruce was supposed to do me and Matt were out in Vegas doing the podcast, and we come in that night we were doing a night taping, and they were like, yeah, Bruce Buffer canceled because he hurt himself, and John Jones is out of the fight. So you guys just talk now. Oh, it was really a fucking bad one.
Talk about that.
That was a bad one.
You didn't like that one?
No, I didn't.
You weren't prepared?
That was not. That was a rough one.
I felt horrible.
I was okay.
Because I told them, I said, guys, the knee's hurt. I said, get me over to the show. And there was the PR people that made me not go. I was ready to go for you. And then Dana texted or tweeted out a video of me falling down on the stage. And he goes, and this was after Jones' fight was announced, or his cancellation. And he said, this is what my last 24 hours has been like.
Yeah.
Now here's what I'm worried about, guys.
Yeah.
When I did the biggest show in Toronto in front of 55,000 people years ago when Jake Shields fought George St. Pierre, that night, I blew my ACL on my right knee, announcing George St. Pierre in the octagon.
Well, see, and this is what people who aren't familiar with what you do may not understand. Like, Bruce Buffer, obviously, is the ring announcer for the UFC. But, like...
Octagon announcer.
Yes, I'm sorry.
Yes, you're thinking of wrestling.
The Octagon announcer for UFC. But he's far and away the most active and animated announcer that there's literally ever been.
Thank you.
You know, the 360 is your trademark. You're in the air, you're jumping, you're an athletic
It's developed
announcer.
Too. It hasn't always been like that. Like I was watching last night I was watching an old Don Fry fight, and cause that's what you do at 1 o'clock in the morning when you have no love in your life. You just watch fucking Fight Pass.
That's after you put away the Vaseline and the Kleenex, right?
No, that was before she came over. And I was watching it. I didn't know you had been announcing from like UFC 10 on, and it was so so funny just to watch you. It was much mellower and a much more.
Yeah.
It's fun to watch now. I enjoy this much more.
Oh, thanks. I appreciate that, Jim. But you know, the thing is that announcers concentrate on their voice, and if people ask me what I am, I say, well, I'm a performer. You know, I mean, I'm actually a fan first, announcer second, you know, however you want to put it. But back in those days, and, you know, I managed my brother, the legendary Michael Buffer, for 25 plus years now. And if anybody could have copied an announcer, it would have been me, but I never wanted to be Frank Sinatra Jr. You know?
Right.
So I wanted to have my own style, and I told myself that when I get into this, I'm going to develop my own style, and if I don't, then I'm going to get out of it, because I just don't want to be one of those guys that grabs a paycheck and a nice seat and watches the fights. It's not my thing.
Sure.
My thing is the fights, of course, but I want to do so much more as a promoter of the sport the whole bit. Anyway, getting back to it, eventually, instead of standing center, you ever see Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid with Robert Redford and Paul Newman?
I don't remember, but I did see it.
Well, there was a scene in there when they're shooting, and Redford is just standing there and trying to shoot, and he can't hit the broadside of a barn. And he looks at Newman, he goes, "Can I move?" And all of a sudden he moves, right? And then he's hitting everything, right? Inside me was like, I needed to move. I don't want to stand center. I needed to move. I got to introduce these fighters the way I would want to be introduced if I was fighting. I know what it's like to stand across and go toe to toe with somebody. So I wanted to throw my whole passion into it, and that's when it started to evolve. When I realized I can do this, I can break out and do that.
Yeah, because you don't want to just be a carbon copy of the brother. Like, you don't want to have your own thing that's kind of close to his. You want it to be. You don't want to.
Totally
you don't want to go like, "Let's get ready to fight." That's too close. That's no good.
Let's get ready to is not in my vocabulary.
When you start doing that, when you start spinning around and stuffing it really animated, do the people running the promotion, do they like that? Or are they going like, Bruce, like, it's not your show. Like, what are you doing?
I probably shocked a few people. The show is not about me by all standards.
Sure.
I am there to enhance the moment for the fighters and the fans, and that's my job, and that's the way I look at it. So I've never had anybody say anything to me. If anything, it's like, can you do a 360? Can you do another one? I go, no, it's one and done. You know, that's how you make things work.
You know what's interesting, actually? That makes me think about the fact that, and it could be your style, I don't know, but when Jim, we took him to WrestleMania a couple years ago, and his big criticism was, he's like, I like the show, I like the, you know, the over-the-topness, but he goes, but there was something about the announcing that just, it felt like it wasn't a big deal.
Yeah, because it wasn't in the ring. It was done before they walk in the ring, and I'm like, you need an announcer in the ring. That's a part of it. When the guys are just standing there ready to fight, somebody getting you pumped up. That's it's one of my favorite parts of the fight. Is him fucking saying their names. I'm like, I'm just really enjoying it. Yeah, it makes me very happy.
Getting all amped up.
Yeah, you really
I
do.
gotta tell you what gets me amped is a couple times I've heard Jim after a big UFC. I hear him on his show, and he pays homage to me, and it's like, wow. You know, I'm like, thank you, Jim.
No,
That's
it's
awesome.
great. It's very enjoyable.
So what were you saying about being in front of 55,000 people?
Oh, yeah. Well, see, that was the biggest show ever.
Yeah.
And I forget the number of it, but I had rolled my ankle the week before. I was actually in a poker tournament. I play a lot of poker, and at the break, I hit a dip in the carpet and rolled my ankle, and I wound up going to the hospital because it filled up with blood, and they had to pull blood out of it.
Jesus.
I took third in the tournament, and I won a bunch of money. That was great, but I couldn't stand on my foot.
For someone who's so closely associated to a very dangerous sport, you get injured in silly ways.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, when I used to really fight, you know, stand toe-to-toe and surf big waves and all, yeah, I've been, you know, knocked out and stuff like that, but I've never, like, torn tendons and broken bones, and I guess it happens after you pass, you know, 40 or whatever.
I think no other announcer in history has ever gotten hurt making an announcement in the ring. You're the first person to ever get hurt making
I've given 2 body parts to the UFC, yay.
both ACLs.
Yeah, both ACLs.
So you roll your ankle.
So, okay, I rolled my ankle. I couldn't stand on my foot as of that Wednesday. I started to be able to stand on Thursday. Now I take off for Canada, biggest show in the history. I get out there, my adrenaline starts taking over. I turn, I jump, I spin, I do all my normal stuff. And I never plan anything. I never rehearse. I don't stand in the shower and go, Chuck Liddell, you know, as I'm washing my hair. I go out there, I feel the energy of the crowd, I feed off it, and I let it flow. So the show went great, and then I go in to announce George St. Pierre, and I get into his corner, and, you know, George, rush, and then he lunges out, which he's done every time, and I bunny hop back like about 1.5 feet, 2 feet, which I've done every time he's done it, and it didn't occur to me about my ankle. When I bunny hopped back, my ankle wobbled as it hit the ground, and my knee exploded. So it was like, George, rush, St. Pierre! I was like, oh my God! You know, and then I walk over to Herb Dean, and I put the microphone under his armpit, and I've got my octagon face on, and inside I'm going, you mother effer, you just blew your friggin' knee.
Yeah.
You know, and I get out of the octagon, and John McCarthy says, I think you just blew your ACL, and stitched the cut man and gives me a bag of ice, and my pants leg is rolled up. I got ice on my knee. I'm the damn announcer. I'm watching two great warriors go at it. What is wrong with that picture?
Yeah.
It's just wrong.
How do the fighters, when you show up and you're in the locker room or backstage or whatever, and you're nursing an injury, but it's from like jumping back, or it's from like, you know, lip syncing to Rebel Yell or whatever. How do the fighters react to you nursing your injuries?
You know, Rashad Evans called me like the next day. Stipe Miocic, who was with me that night, and they're like, they thought I was like a stud. They thought it was great, you know, that I just didn't complain. The bottom line is that no matter what their thoughts are, with all respect, these guys are fighters. They're putting their blood, sweat, and tears and their lives on the line. I'm the announcer. The show must go on. I don't complain. Last thing I'm going to do is complain to a warrior about my sore knee. Okay? I don't do that.
Are you comfortable in your position? Or you still get like that? I know I'm out soon. Like, do you always worry that you're going to screw it up? Or are you like, all right, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere.
I don't quite understand. I mean, as far as
your job, like, are you comfortable in your job? Or
I think
Jim's,
because from our perspective, Jim and I are similar in that way, where we're constantly.
I'm never comfortable where I am. I'm afraid I'm going to get fired constantly.
Oh right. No, I don't worry about that
at all.
No,
you're just confident in your ability. Like, this is like, you know, what you're the best at what you do.
I'll never say that, because if I say that, I can sound a little cocky, and I like to be very humble about everything. I walk around with strong confidence, so it might not seem that way, you know, sometimes, but I understand where you're coming from with the recent buyout of the UFC. A lot of people have been worried about that, but I've been in the Octagon now. I celebrated my 20th year anniversary back in February. My first show was UFC 8 in Bayamon, Puerto Rico, and then UFC 10 with Don Fry, and 13 on was when I did all the shows from that point. So my thing is, and I do motivational speeches to entrepreneurs and business owners. I was just in Florida yesterday doing one with John Travolta and 50 Cent.
Wow.
Yeah, and this big thing they had down there. So one of the things I instill and teach in people that are entrepreneurs is you got to have confidence. If you walk in the room and you do your job with fear that you might not have the job the next day, no offense, guys, but you're not going to do your best job. You know, you need to be in this. I'm the best at what I do. Or another way to say is, I'm going to give the best that I can give. And this is my job, and this is what I set out to do. You have passion for what you do, and believe in the stability of your situation.
See, that's our problem. We walk in, we look at each other and go, "You're average," and then he'll say, "So are you," and then we just start.
Well, you guys are far from average. Okay, can I just tell you that, if it'll help you out?
Thank you very much,
Jim. Yeah. I'm a huge fan. You know that.
Yeah. Next time I say, next time you say you're average, I'm going to say you are too, and you're like, "That's not what Bruce Buffer thinks." And
that's
then we'll
right.
Just remember, when you tell them you're average, there's no girls in the room. You don't want to confuse their perception. Okay?
That's very true. Right. Well, yeah. No, they all understand I'm far below average.
What was that? Did you spend time with Travolta?
No, actually, he was coming on after I left. I had to catch a plane to New York.
Oh, so it was literally just...
Yeah, it was like
ships in the night.
Ships in the night passing, yeah.
Yeah.
They had Calvin Klein down there. They had a bunch of speakers.
I met him I did an interview after he did it somewhere, like with the same people for a different thing.
Who, Travolta or Calvin Klein?
Calvin Klein. And he was, I don't know if he's straight or gay. I've heard mixed review. I've heard both. But whoever his assistant was, the guy he was with, I never look at like a man and go like, I could fucking marry that man. It's the best looking human being I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah. Maybe he's just a sexual dude.
But I wasn't...
Who, Calvin Klein or his assistant?
His assistant. It's like whoever this person was, I'm like, this is probably the most beautiful person I've ever seen in my life.
Right. There's no gender role for this.
It was humiliating as a man. To realize that's my genetic competition.
But there's nothing wrong with appreciating the beauty of another human being, male or female. You know, obviously, you know, I know you're straight as straight can be. So, in an
arrow kind of way.
Yeah.
Don't let those thoughts confuse you. Is all I'm saying. Dude.
Like you know how when somebody the javelin throw, there's javelins, they're very like straight, right?
Yeah.
Jim is like a javelin, but like the one that Lamar and
kind of like goes like
Revenge
this
of the Nerds
in midair. It wobbles.
It's wobbling. It's wobbling.
It lands where it's supposed to, but you really have no clue where it's going to land.
Yeah, exactly.
But I didn't say anything to him. We met, and I just caressed his face for a second. I think I weirded him out.
How'd you get into or how does one, I guess, get into the motivational speaking game? Because I've seen people do that, and that's a huge business.
Yeah, it's a huge business, and I work with some key speakers. But I've always loved helping people better themselves, helping people make money, helping people be happy. I have a 3-foot theory. If I, like right now, if I can do the show well enough that you guys, everything goes great for you, you have good ratings, it's successful, your paycheck's cash, I don't think about myself. I think about everybody else, and then karmically I know it'll all come back to me. Mm-hmm. So I really get off being a public speaker, I've done it since my 20s. I own a nutritional company. I went in a competition against a company called Herbalife. Remember Herbalife? So I started a company called Herbal Care with my partner, and I used to travel the country doing motivational speeches, teaching the benefits of nutrition, how to feel better, feel great, make money in the process, become a product of the products, and that was the start of my whole motivational one. And I just got off on seeing people happy, and when they write back and say, hey, you helped me, I'm feeling great, my bank account's bigger, I'm making money, my organization's growing, that I'll be the first one to always cash a paycheck on a Monday. Trust me, I'll be at the bank for anybody. Okay?
Yeah.
But I'm not about the paycheck. I like to enjoy what I do, and I love seeing people happy, and if I can have an effect on that, a positive effect, then I get off on
See, we're about the paycheck. Like, we look at each other, all we see is dollar signs.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I go, Jim, I hope the next special is super successful.
The biggest thing I can tell you is that whether it's a girlfriend I'm dating or, whatever, I'm passionate. I'm Italian, maybe it's because of my heritage, whatever, but I like to have passion for what I do, and if I don't, then it's nothing I want to do.
What is your opening when you start? I can never motivationally speak because it would frighten me that I would just not move anybody. Like, because you're
that's the insecurity again.
It absolutely
You'd be like,
is.
everybody's looking at me going, he's a failure.
You're
Why
not
would we
motivating
listen to him?
So
why?
What do you motivate them to do? Like you like say it's a room full of people you don't know. Like, I know I got to go up there and fuck around and make them laugh, but if you're motivating them, how do you know you're motivating them?
Well, all motivational speakers, whether you're Zig Ziglar from the past or you're Tony Robbins or whatever, a lot of us, in a way, we're all kind of saying the same thing. We just say it in our own way. And the biggest thing, I believe, as a motivational speaker, and I teach branding and marketing. That's my main thing, is, excitement about what you do, teach branding and marketing, because branding's my gig. I'm a marketer first and foremost. But the bottom line is, if the people in the audience get a positive effect from you for 1 minute, 1 hour, 1 day, or 1 year, you've done your job. It's up to them to take what they get from you and to make it work for them.
You just have to firmly believe what you're saying. You know it to be true.
Yeah, I do not lie. I'm the most honest person in the world, and of course I could be lying through my teeth telling you that.
Sure.
Right. But
no liar would admit it. That's true.
Yeah, but I will tell you that the reason I play poker is because it's legal to lie at the poker table. I get my eyes out on the poker table. You can be my best friend. I'm taking all your chips.
Right.
Okay? And I'll lie through my teeth to get them. Bottom line.
So you said you are a good poker player. That means you make a decent amount playing it, or now do you not do it for money?
I play when I have time. I was voted. There's a Card Player magazine is the biggest magazine and website out there for poker players. I got voted the #8 best celebrity poker player in the world about 5 years ago. And then below me was, I'll tell you who's #1. This will surprise you. Gabe Kaplan. Welcome back, Cotter.
No, he did that professionally for years. Yeah. Yeah, that's not. I've heard for years he's a great. Didn't he work for Jack Ruby at one point too?
I don't know.
Years ago in the '60s when he was doing stand up, he did. I think
the guy that shot Oswald.
Yeah, I think Gabe Kaplan did one of his clubs in the '60s.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why. I've only met Gabe a couple of times. I've never asked him.
You should.
No, because I don't know if that's I don't know if he's in the right age group for that, so I feel like an asshole. He's like, no, he's 15 when
just
that happened,
dating him.
dickhead. Yeah.
The other guys below me were Tobey Maguire, Ben Affleck, Jennifer Tilly.
So you have a good poker. Sorry to interrupt you. You have a good poker face because whenever you get whenever there's a split decision, and you look at it, you seem to never give away who is about to win.
That's a good
fight.
point. Yeah.
No, I can't. That's part of the poker face helps when I'm in the octagon. I mean, sometimes I get that decision from these guys, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the first one to see it beside the commission. And
you have had that moment where you're like, you got to be kidding me. Were we watching the same fight?
I can't begin to tell you how many times. And you guys can name the fights. There's key fights that have happened just in the last couple of years.
Sure.
But my job is, I'm the messenger. Don't kill the messenger. I got to go out and do my thing. And then people will say, the tweet out, he always stands behind the winner. Dude, I've got 2 people to stand behind. I mean, I can only switch up so many times. Sometimes I'm behind the winner. Sometimes I'm behind the loser. And then the key thing is to bring out the drama when the decision comes out.
What do you do if it's the week of a pay-per-view and you wake up with a sore throat?
I've done the show with laryngitis. I've done it with sore throat, 104-degree temperature, blown out back, blown out knees.
I'd be so worried that my voice was going to crack, though. Like, if I had a sore throat, because if you have a sore throat and you're like, I think I can get through it, and then you yell, your voice cracks, and, I mean, you're done.
Well, in the early days, singers, they bring it from here, right?
Okay,
and in the early days,
chest.
the chest. That's where mine comes from. So I've learned you learn your tool. You perfect your tool, right? So in the early
Jim was
days,
working on his tool last night.
Yes, I was. It's perfecting it.
It's a lifelong ambition, isn't it?
Trying to polish out the wrinkles.
Or create a few. So, like in the early days, it was the first Japan show. Randy Couture fought, and when I was bringing it from my throat, I cracked, and this is one of the most embarrassing things I ever did. It was like, Randy Couture. It went like that, all 25,000 people in the Japan arena, whatever it was. It was quite embarrassing at that point. So you just learn how to perfect your art, like anything else. It is. I mean, announcing is not rocket science, okay? But the trick is to make it look easy, and to do what you do. And I just try to do what I can.
Do you get because you grew up fighting? So when you see does that? I guess it wouldn't be in you maybe anymore. But at first, when you're the announcer, are you looking at the fighters going like, that's where I should be?
Honestly, if I was in my 20s, training the way I was. I know when I was doing a lot of kickboxing, I wanted to have a professional fight, just to say I had a professional fight. If I was back in my 20s and in the mid-90s when this was happening and I was training, I'm sure I would have had that thought of ambition like a lot of guys do. Whether I would have set out to do it or not, I don't know. But the one thing I do know is I understand fighters' mentalities. I understand what it takes to be a fighter. It's the loneliest job in the world because really, bottom line, when that cage closes, it's just you. No matter who your team is, it's just you. So my respect for these great warriors, male and female both, is what drives me, one of the many things that drive me to do what I do, to travel and be on the road for 40-plus weeks a year doing UFCs and giving up and sacrificing relationships and seeing my family as much as I want to. You're on the road a lot.
Yeah.
And, there is a sacrifice to doing that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I have no family, so it's like I have my parents, but I don't have anybody, anybody I'm close to, so just me in the hotel, no different to my apartment. just me alone, just making sure I'm looking at the right back page city.
Creating wrinkles in hotel rooms all over the world.
Did you really do a wedding?
Oh, yeah. No, I do. You know what it is? On my site, I guess I got to plug, BruceBuffer.com. The fans go there, and I have a special. I've been paid ridiculous money to do, championship introductions. But weddings, I've done over a couple hundred weddings. I did Michael Bisping's wedding. I've actually married, people, but I record them walking into the reception.
I'd love, by the way, to meet Michael Bisping's wife. That's really... you can't leave work at work for one day. I can't have one day. We got to bring in UFC into the wedding. You wonder if
she had to be talked into that.
Yeah. That'd be like me being like, Jess, good news. Jim is going to marry us. Really, Sam?
Well, if you go on YouTube and you put in my name, put in weddings, you'll see where they've videotaped the recordings I've done. I've also done them in front of a green screen so they can play them on their video thing. And the main thing is to introduce the wedding party in, the bridesmaids, the grooms, play it up, and then the bride and groom come in. It's like, and now, walking down the aisle of love forever, and give them the big, big introduction. I've done birth of babies. Coming out now.
No.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like you're in the room as the baby?
Well, I mean, they'll send me a script, and I'll record it, and they'll document the day, the birth of their child, which is, it makes me feel really cool.
What's the weirdest request you've gotten? You had to get something that you're like, I can't.
I'll get something laced with curse words, and it's just disrespectful, and it's not who I am,
right.
And it's like, I have a problem because morality's going to hell in a handbasket in this country as it is. I don't want to cater to that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll say no to those things.
So you don't want a guy and his girlfriend, and now inserting himself into you.
Well, I could actually do that in a way that it would work. Yeah,
right.
Of course.
Right.
Yeah, no problem.
The winner, not her.
I just don't want to be in the room doing it live. It's okay.
Yeah.
Jim would. He'd love to be in that room live.
Certainly would.
So have you had any requests that you did aside? I guess the baby being born one is pretty odd.
That's pretty odd.
That's probably the weirdest one.
But strangely enough, I've done 4 of them in the last 2 months.
Really?
Yeah.
And now that you're talking about it more, people are probably going to be like, it's a great idea.
It's okay. I'm all for it. Again, here's my plug. Go to BruceBuffer.com. I'm there to please.
So now go to BruceBuffer.com. I want to see what our options are as far as
what the catalog is.
Yeah.
The catalog available.
Is that what people do? They look and they go, all right, I want you to do this.
Well, here's the one. You can click. There's the personalized intro. And then it's real simple. It's for $99. You fill out a simple form, bing, bang, boom. It goes through PayPal, and you have it back in a week.
And you have, I guess you have all the equipment at home, and you just bang out a few a day?
Yeah, just bang them out. I banged out like about 12 before I got on the plane to Orlando the other day.
That's good. That's a nice little side hustle.
You know,
that's not bad.
It's all about how monetizing your brand.
Yeah.
Right. But in this case, I mean, believe me, I've been paid a lot more than that. I made it real cheap because the MMA UFC fans are so great, and they love their sport. They live, eat, and breathe the sport. So I want to give back to them, and this is my way of doing it.
At what point, when you start
I also give part of this to charity too.
You do?
Yeah.
When you're Octagon announcing, though, at what point do you decide to turn it into a brand, to turn it into a business? Is that because when you started, did you know your brother? Because you didn't meet your brother until you were later in life. You've told that story many times.
Yeah, we met when I was basically about 29 years old, but I had already been managing his career for like 4 years before I got into the Octagon.
So you saw what you can do as an announcer, and how you can brand that and turn it into a
Was he
business.
doing nothing with it? Like he had this great announcement. Was he just not making money off it or not owning it?
Michael hadn't even had a T-shirt or a hat with "Let's Get Ready to Rumble" on it, and I was at a fight.
Did he own the phrase yet?
Not when we met.
Wow.
And I used to push him to trademark it. And then he did get a trademark out east here with an attorney, but it wasn't strong enough. So when I decided, I owned 2 companies and I was making great money and I had lost my passion, get back to passion. I was burned out. I lost my passion for what I do. I had the beach house, the whole bit, just living a great life. But I would get to work or wake up for work and it's like I hated what I was doing, even though the checks were substantial. So when I was at the Riddick Bowe Evander Holyfield fight, the first one, at the Thomas Mack Center, I think it was November 12th, 1993. And I had an epiphany go off it, and it just like, let me dedicate full time to this. I wanted to be his partner, his manager, and we had a discussion about it, and I said, listen, I'll sell both companies. I'll quit with the money I have in the bank. I'm going to make you richer and more famous than you ever dreamed. I'm going to roll the dice here because I could be making the worst choice of my life, and I'm going to make you in every area of sports and entertainment. We're going to trademark this phrase properly and make video games and toys and all this. And he looked at me, he's like, how are you going to do all that? In a shortened version of so many words.
Sure.
And I said, look, if I'm going to give all this up, you better believe I'm going to make this happen. And that was my whole goal. And then when the UFC came on the scene, my job was to get my client, my brother, my family member who I love dearly, every job I could possibly get him. So I cold called the UFC, and I actually got him to announce UFC 6, 7, and Ultimate. And the very first show in Casper, Wyoming, we were having dinner that night, and the owner, Robert Meyerowitz, who I credit for giving my job in the Octagon, I owe him a lot. And I basically heard him say, well, now, Michael, when you get in the Octagon tomorrow night, we want you to say if it's not in the Octagon, it's not real. Now, he's been doing WCW wrestling.
Right.
And we have this huge contract with WCW, where he does Hulk Hogan and Sting and all those guys.
Yeah, they used to bring him in. They used to bring in Michael Buffer to just do the main event of the night. And it always did. It made it feel like, oh, this is a big mainstream
It made it feel probably more legitimate, too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, legitimization, the whole bit. Michael loved that.
Yeah.
Right? He would do Monday Night Nitros, the whole bit. And the paycheck was huge. And I got him a real good deal. So I knew when he said that I was probably going to get a call on a Monday. Lo and behold, they called me on the Monday. Bruce, what are you doing? You got him doing this Ultimate Fighting thing? And he says that? Because this is back in the days when Hulk Hogan punched you 25 times in the face. We thought it was real, or we were supposed to think it was real because they tried to make you think it was real. It was before sports entertainment.
And the advertising behind UFC in the very beginning
Someone's going to die.
And it's real.
And it's real.
With the implication being, don't buy that wrestling shit. It's fake. This is real.
They were capitalizing on that whole thing. So suddenly you're adversarial. So then long story cut short, I agreed to only have him fulfill his 3 fights. And honestly, Michael could not have continued on the way the UFC grew with everything else in his career. So then it was out, and I called Robert Meyerowitz, and I basically said, you need a buffer in the Octagon. I've got the media contacts. I believe in this. And honestly, guys, from the beginning, even though it was raw and it was a spectacle, I knew it was going to be the biggest thing in fighting sports.
It was definitely different, though. You watch some of the older ones, the old Pride fights. I watched an old fight last night. Again, that's what I was just doing last night. It was Alistair Overeem, Chuck Liddell from like 2001 or 2003. Fucking knees to the head on the ground, like things that you just don't see anymore. It was really brutal.
Well, watching Mark Coleman, dropping headbutts into people was one of the greatest things in the world. It was amazing to watch all that stuff.
But even in the production value, it doesn't feel like this is going to be the phenomenon that it is now.
No, but again, branding and marketing, you have to have a foresight. You have to be able to foresee or think about what could happen in the future. And just like when I saw my brother, and again, I just saw the date, November 12th, November 13th, 1992 was that Riddick Bo Holyfield fight. I went back to my room that night and incessantly wrote 3 pages of notes of what I could do with Michael. And that's when it set myself out on the goal. When I first saw the UFC come on the scene, I knew that with certain tweaking and rules being refined and everything else, and especially after I got to go to a couple of the shows, that this literally could be the biggest thing ever in sports. It was the fastest growing pay-per-view happening at the time or in history when it came out. Mm-hmm. Back then in the beginning, they were doing 250,000 buys. And then, McCain and all that process took place, and DirecTV and the internet kept us alive. I stuck with it. It's the old story. When you believe in something, just like when you're doing in the Roach Coach motels and the comedy clubs in your early time of your career, you had to stick with it. You knew it was going to, I'm sure you believed that you were going to make it to where you made it. I mean, I would hope you
Or you just had no other life skills.
I think you're both kind of correct. I hoped that I would make it, but I really had nowhere else to go.
Right.
Yeah, I dropped out of high school. I left myself no net. It wasn't like I had a law career to fall back on. I was like, all right, well, this or the Verrazano Bridge.
But when I do the motivational stuff, I mean, the bottom line is you either believe in yourself or you don't. If you don't believe in yourself, when you get knocked on the canvas, you're not going to have the wherewithal to get up and fight to get back and be successful. So passion and belief and focus.
And what do you think of talking about USADA and the drugs and stuff? And John Jones is out for a year, and it was just a Cialis. It was a dick pill. I mean, it seems like a bit of a harsh punishment, knowing that he wasn't trying to enhance his. Maybe it wasn't the smartest move, but it's like the guy's not cheating. He's not.
No, I know. We all have our opinions on that, but rules are rules, and that until the rules are changed, it's like marijuana is certainly, in my opinion, not a PED.
Right.
But eventually, hopefully, it'll be taken off the PED list. I don't believe you should smoke it the night of a fight. If not the night before, but if you're training all day and you want to go home and smoke a fatty, that's your choice.
But do you think that you shouldn't smoke it the night before a fight, and it should be punishable, or it's just not a smart thing to do?
Well, I think you should still be tested. I mean, in respect to the fighter you're fighting, I don't think you should be allowed to, THC up before you go out for a fight. Mm-hmm. I think you're actually endangering yourself.
Right.
Or you lie on the mat like Nick Diaz and put your hand, your head in one hand and lie and look at your opponent. Remember that fight he had?
Yeah.
I was cracking up at that. But, not say that was the case that night, but you never know what's going to take place. You're an athlete. You're out there to do your best.
I saw on your Twitter, you're an advocate for marijuana legalization?
Yeah, it's not that I'm not saying I smoke it.
Right.
There's 3 things in life that I believe should be legalized. One is marijuana. Mm-hmm. 2 is prostitution. Mm-hmm. It'll never go away. I mean, even in Germany, it's legal, and in other countries, and they do great by it. And the 3rd is online poker. And the reason I say this is because
you're a fun guy. That's why you say that.
Well, legalizing these 3 items, which will never go away and will be around forever, you're taking it out of the hands of the bad guys. In respect to, like, say, prostitution, you're cleaning it up. You're taking disease off the street. You're basically taxing the hell out of these 3 items that will bring a tremendous amount of income into our government, which we need, right? I don't think Trump's going to make this decision tomorrow, but
no.
These are just things that will never go away. So why not clean them up and make them so they're righteous?
Are you allowed to sports gamble, or because you're involved with the sport, you're not allowed to at all?
I've never been told that I can't bet on a fight, but I do not bet on fights. I love placing some action on a football game, watching. Of course, I play, the poker, but I want to go in that octagon, and I want to be an equal opportunity announcer. I don't want to even sit down and think, well, I just put a bet on GSP and maybe I need to announce them a little loud. No, that's not my thing. I want to keep it pure, and that's my way of respecting the sport.
You got money on one guy, so you're just trying to motivate him with his introduction. And the other guy, and he's fighting. I don't know. Let's just start.
Yeah,
and you're reading the split decision and the winner. Oh, fuck.
I don't think it would look good in Vegas. I'm at the MGM Sportsbook, and I'm placing a bunch of bets on the UFC that night.
No, it probably wouldn't.
It probably would tip the odds.
Yeah.
The fight is tomorrow. The pay-per-view. It's on. It's UFC 205. It's from Madison Square Garden, so it's a huge.
The first one here in New York.
Yeah, finally legalized in New York.
Amazing.
That's. I mean, speaking of legalization, the fact that it took this long for this state to legalize MMA is absurd.
Well, I think we all know why. And once that politician was out, everything kind of ran smooth.
Very quickly, too.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
But the bottom line is this is the biggest show in history, which goes back to my worry I was trying to tell you earlier. When there's a big show, okay, I blew my ACL in Toronto. UFC 200, I blew my ACL before 3 shows leading up to UFC 100 and the other knee. I am being very careful until I walk in that octagon tomorrow night in the Garden, guys. I'm not going to, when I'm done all the press I have to do today, I'm going to go back finish my 5 cars, play some online poker, and get 12 hours of sleep. Get ready for the biggest show of my life.
When did you get here? Today?
I got here last night.
So, you weren't at the press conference? Conor McGregor
I watched it.
throw a chair at Eddie Alvarez.
What a great press conference
Comes
that
in
was.
a mink coat. Yeah, he really is. People want to see him kill Eddie, or they want to see him get knocked the fuck out. He really has a great way of getting people invested.
He's got the 50-50 split, or however it works out. People that want to see him lose, people want to see him win. What does that mean? They all buy the pay-per-view.
Right?
Yeah.
And they're talking about him like there was articles that came out this week referring to him as possibly the new Ali, just because of the way he talks up these fights. And it really is funny the way language has changed, because like Ali, like he wouldn't curse, but he was always very combative. And now Conor McGregor walks in, and they're like, "Why were you late?" "Because I don't give a fuck."
Yeah.
Because he's just out of his mind.
I love Conor.
I love him too.
I'm not crazy about that kind of activity. I don't think you should be late for press conferences and all this. And when you say I don't give an F, it's kind of disrespectful for the people that do. But this is Conor's allure, And here he is walking in, with a Gucci mink coat and
taking Eddie Alvarez's title belt.
Eddie had left the stage because he was like, "Well, when Conor gets here, let me know." So he did. When Conor walked in, he just went over and took Eddie's belt off his side. That's kind of annoying.
The great thing about Conor is he and Ronda, let's say, there's every half dozen years there's somebody that comes along with what I call the it factor. And Conor McGregor has the it factor. Whether he's going to be better than Muhammad Ali, that's a big task. Muhammad Ali was the greatest, okay?
Because, by the way, Muhammad Ali wasn't just a talker. It was because he was also the greatest boxer.
The greatest boxer, and, there's just so much more about Muhammad Ali that nobody can even touch. But Conor's creating a legacy for himself and a legendary status for himself, and let's face it, the guy's incredible. And it's incredible to watch him fight, and it's incredible to announce him. I love the guy.
Did you hear how he responded when Eddie asked him for an apology?
No.
He replied to Eddie that Eddie could feel free to put his Irish balls in his mouth.
Did he say that?
Yeah, he did.
My big Irish sack.
Yeah. That's what he said with his mink, and they're throwing chairs around the stage. I mean, I tell you.
Yeah, but what people are really loving about this, too, is that Dana, they're all talking about how Dana just picked him up with one arm, moved him around, the whole bit.
Yeah, it's great.
Dana's a tough guy. Don't screw around with Dana.
And it adds credibility when the guy who's in charge is a guy that looks like he would be a problem too. You know what I mean? You're not going to put some weasel in a suit telling the fighters what to do. Nobody wants to watch that.
Remember back when Dana was going to fight Tito Ortiz in a boxing match?
Yes.
It's like, I never thought about that with Don King or especially Bob Arum, but that could have gone out two ways. The promoter, owner, beats the toughest man in the world. That doesn't say very much about the guys fighting in the sport.
Yeah.
Then Tito beats Dana. Let's say if it came out that, then it's just like, I think it was a lose-lose kind of thing. I'm glad it never happened.
Yeah, some of those things are fun in theory, but then you do the one boxer fight, then you're done with it. No more circus stuff.
I think this girl made a big impression at the press conference right here.
Who is she?
Let's listen to her. She's beautiful.
She's just a regular girl?
Yeah.
Disappointed in the country of Ireland. What do you think about that?
I don't give a fuck what Eddie says. Who gives a fuck? The Irish are back. We've taken back control of New York City. I run New York City. I'm a fucking pimp. Fucking guilty Mick. And without me, this whole fucking ship sink.
So good.
I wonder what goes on in Dana's head when he hears him put out a line like that.
Just had a 5-round battle with Nate Diaz in a short turnaround. Are you ready for this fight?
I'm fresh, ready to go. I look forward to it. I'm going to shut this man up. Trust me on that.
I have to imagine, you can hit pause for a second, Adrian. I have to imagine that Dana loves this, because this is what got pro wrestling.
It's on TMZ. Fucking, it's people. This really makes people who don't watch the sport want to know who this asshole is and why is he doing this.
He has brought eyeballs to this sport that have not been brought to the way Ronda brought female eyeballs and other eyeballs to the sport. When I walk around and the talk that I get from people and people I know that never even watch the UFC and they're talking to me about Conor McGregor, that's a game changer. Conor McGregor is a game changer.
And he's a household name, and there's not that many household names.
I said a while back that he will be the first fighter in UFC to earn $100 million. And then I remembered that Lorenzo Fertitta came out and said the same thing a week or so later. And right now I think the figure, he's almost at 40. He's easily going to be at $100 million by the end of, I would say, not next year, but the year after.
20.
I hear he spends quite a bit, though. I don't know Conor, but I hear he has quite a fun life.
That's where you got to be careful. But I think he's
Is mink expensive? Because he said he's got a mink coat on.
Yeah, you wonder if he bought that or if it's just on loan. You hope so, because he didn't treat it very well.
Said. Did you hear that's what
No,
Alvarez, because he had the tags hanging from it when he walked in. Alvarez says, he goes, "You rented that."
He's got the receipt in the pocket.
Called him out on his prop.
I'm
ready
sure
to
Conor
return
bought it. Conor's making so much money. I would venture to guess that aside from, I don't see him. I see him as spending a lot of money on his clothes, his flash, and his bling. But hopefully, unlike other athletes that we've seen, and let's face it, 85% of them go broke 5 years after they retire. I hope that does not happen to Conor. I mean, he's making so much money. You got to be an idiot to spend that much money.
But honestly, like, the money that he spends on clothes is an investment in that. Like, you want to think that a fighter is just going to get paid strictly for their performance in the octagon, but the fact of the matter is, part of him getting as many eyes as he gets on the show and being responsible for as many pay-per-view buys as he is that flash factor.
No question, but again, we get back to branding. Okay, he's branding himself. This is his brand. He can't stop with that. He gets into New York and he has 2 Rolls Royces, one with his name on it.
Where on the car is his name?
It's right. It says the Notorious right on the whole side of the car. He's driving it all over.
Just a little subtle place under the handle.
No. Yeah, I thought maybe it was a personalized plate.
Go, right there. There it is.
Oh, he got a Rolls Royce and put his face on it.
Yeah, he put his face on it.
His face is all over the back door. It says Notorious.
Right. See it right there.
Wow.
So across the entire, it's the left side of the car. Across the entire side of the car, it says the word Notorious, and then there is a giant Conor McGregor face right at the back of the back door.
That's bad though, because everyone's gonna know it's you. You know how much I would hate to have my face on the side of my car? They'd be like, "Why is Jim Norton riding around the same block all night?"
Let me tell you a couple of things why I respect Conor McGregor so much. Back in I think it was Dublin, I did a show years ago, right? And this young, 19-year-old kid comes up to me, no beard, and he goes, "My name is Conor McGregor. Remember it. You're going to be announcing me someday." Okay, great. I get that all the time, right? The guy had the fortitude and the foresight to get to where he believes in himself.
That's that confidence we were talking about.
The confidence factor is huge. And Conor is a very intelligent young man. He's sharp. He's not so much rehearsed as others. Like, I think Chael Sonnen was a great trash talker, but he's rehearsed.
Yes.
Okay? He's not rehearsed.
I mean, Chael Sonnen was literally doing the rest of the pro wrestling promos that he saw when he was a kid.
He's bringing it.
And he was bringing it into the octagon.
Right.
He was great.
Yeah.
But that's what he was doing.
Was he really rehearsed? He didn't feel rehearsed to me. I guess I just didn't catch
He was doing Superstar Billy Graham stuff.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guarantee you that a few of those lines out of Chael's mouth were practiced the night before. I have no doubt about it.
You can find them on YouTube, like the wrestlers that did them in the 70s and 80s.
Okay.
And,
Not taking anything away from Chael, because Chael's brilliant in what he did. But Conor brings that whole... It's like everything goes to a next level. Conor's the next level.
Yeah, he just announced the Irish were taking back New York like it was gangs of New York.
Yeah, I've never heard a fighter threaten or say to put your bag in somebody else's mouth.
Yeah, let's listen to some more of the press conference.
That's really great.
He was really awesome.
Robert X and Eric to News Service. My question's for Eddie. My question's for Eddie Alvarez. Khabib has said that he hopes you win the fight, so because you won't duck him if you win. Do you have any ideas on what's next for you if you do beat Conor?
After I beat Conor and silence the country of Ireland, I'm going to have a couple pina coladas. You have to look for me somewhere.
Eddie does a good job, but it's so hard to match confidence.
I have a question for you. Is there any truth to the idea that you want to retire after this fight, or are you going to take time off?
I'm only warming up. I'm only warming up. He's going to have to. Take all them belts. I'll take all them belts over there.
It's hilarious.
Just moving weight class to weight class.
Conor, you're here. Everybody's
It's weird because I'm watching this. I like Eddie Alvarez a lot, so I kind of want to see him really flatten.
You do?
Oh yeah.
I just don't want to. But I don't want to. I don't want the talking to stop ever.
Well, the talking will never stop. He lost to Nate Diaz. The talking
That's
to
true.
stop.
No, that's a good point.
You're dealing with the toughest fighting arena in the world, the proving ground of champions beyond any other ring or square ring or whatever is the octagon for fighters. Okay, not that boxers aren't fighters; they're boxing. These are fighters getting in there using every form of fighting there is. It just is what it is.
We got to let you go, but before we do, because you got a big day of press, Bruce Buffer. But Frank in the Bronx has a question for you. What's going on, Frank? You there, buddy?
Yeah, can you guys hear me all right?
Yeah.
Now there you are. Hi, Frank.
Hey, guys. Bruce, a pleasure to talk to you. I just got back from Vegas last night. I was at the MGM, but I was thinking about you taking the concept of your brother's, let's get ready to rumble and incorporating it many years ago. First of all, what made you think of doing that? And how happy is your brother the fact that you did that and never thought about it so long ago? And last but not least, I think you're a little bit better than your brother now. You're hungry and you sound like Colin McGregor.
Oh, thank you for that. I appreciate it.
I want you to say something to your brother like you were taking him to the octagon. But go ahead, Bruce.
My brother to me is the legendary, the greatest announcer of all time. I mean, he set the pace and brought the attention to the ring announcer in the square circle of boxing. And, I respect that. And then when I saw the Let's Get Ready to Rumble, I was actually a fan of this man before I ever met him. And when they put his name on the screen during the fights, I was like, what is going on here? Because we didn't have the internet back then. We had phone books, and I never saw my name in a phone book, as we all naturally would do back then. So I was a huge fan when I met him, and I just saw so much greatness there that could be put into every form of sports and entertainment that I wanted to get behind it and just help direct his career and take him to the level he has gotten to and beyond. And it's really just a passionate, smart move business-wise, a passionate move because of my half-brother, Michael Buffer, and loving my brother the way I do, and we're family, and it's just I just set out to get it done.
Well, UFC 205 is tomorrow night, 10 p.m. From Madison Square Garden. It's on pay-per-view. Are tickets still available? Or?
They just made some tickets available.
Really?
I read yesterday. I don't know where they are, but it was an article I read. It said some more tickets have been made available. So check Ticketron.
I was kidding.
No, check MSG, check Ticketron. But I've heard that these tickets, Octagon side, are going for $5,000 to $15,000 on the scalpers.
Amazing.
And this show, I'm sure people know, but before they went on sale to the public, this was sold out in 3 hours on a pre-sale.
Yeah.
It's like one of the fastest, if not the fastest selling events ever, and going to be the highest grossing event at Madison Square Garden. How big is that, guys?
Well, the weird thing is, if it did sell out in pre-sale, and now there's some tickets that I don't know what happens. Sometimes I think people have certain comps that they're not going to use, and they just sell them.
Spacing.
That spacing, they can maybe move a Videotron, and make another 100 seats available. I mean, who knows?
Plus, you guys have never worked Madison Square Garden before, so you don't know, the exact dimensions before you get there.
Well, speaking of never working it before, this is the biggest show in the history of the UFC. This is the pinnacle for the UFC in the United States of America. This is the pinnacle night tomorrow night for my career, walking out in the Garden. The most famous arena in the world. I'm just jacked, guys. So I might blow. I wish I had a third ACL. I want to blow another one.
I was about to say, let's.
That's right. There's always your groin. There's other things you can injure.
Don't say groin, Jim. No.
Let's hope you maintain. I mean, watch the pay-per-view just to see if Bruce Buffer can maintain all his faculties.
There we go.
Who knows? Who knows what's going to happen?
Dana, if you're listening, I'd like 10 cents a buy, please.
Thank you very much, Bruce Buffer. You can also follow Bruce Buffer on Twitter at Bruce Buffer, and you can go to brucebuffer.com if you want to get any of the custom intros.
Thank you.
Or anything like that. And we'll take a break?
Yeah, I'm going to piss.
All right, you go piss, and we'll be back with more Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Thanks, guys. You're great. I appreciate it.
Thanks.
I just heard a Chip thing.
What?
Within coming back, they played Chip doing something.
Yeah.
It reminded me of when I went to the fight with Louis C.K. We went and saw a Triple G fight in the Garden. My first boxing match. Second row seats, thanks to Louis. And Trump was there. And there's video of Chip trying to get Trump's attention. So there is literally video of Chip Chipperson trying to talk to the President of the United States.
In the same room. Like, Chip was in earshot.
Oh, I don't know where the video... I think I tweeted it a while ago. It's probably almost a year. It was last December.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny.
Yeah, at Chip Chipperson, maybe. Go to at Chip Chipperson, I think. But yeah, I forgot that existed until I heard Chip's voice.
That's so great that you have an interaction with somebody that could be... Oh, there it is.
Oh, wow. Again, there's no... He doesn't say anything.
You would love the family. What's up, Donald? We like your job. You get to help them up to... Hey, you're going to be the president. I want to be your vice president, Donald.
You could hear him going, "You're going to be the president soon."
Donald is 1 row and 4 seats over from Chip Chipperson.
Do you think you can hear him? That was loud. Chip was louder than you can hear in the background.
It's a little hard to hear because of the loud music that was playing.
Yeah.
But Chip was obviously yelling, "Hey, Donald. Hey, Donald. You're going to be the president. I want to be the vice president. Hey, Donald." Oh. You had one interaction with somebody who is going to be the president of the United States of America, and it was Chip that came out.
Yep.
He's taken over your life.
I didn't go over and say hello.
You didn't? No, because you couldn't go over and say hello because Chip had already yelled at him.
He's 3 or 4 seats over and 1 row ahead of us.
Yeah. It's literally, it's 1 yard. It's 3 feet. There's 3 feet of distance between you two.
Yeah. Gonna be the president.
I want to be the vice president.
Yeah. It was not happening.
I did Red Eye last night for tonight. It'll be on tonight. I did it with Ant. So that was a lot of fun. But it'll be on Fox News tonight.
Where's he at with the election?
I
haven't talked to him. Is he happy?
He was all smiles last night.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was there's not that many public people that have been a Trump supporter from day one.
Sure.
And so the few that are, boy, are they letting people know. And Ant was absolutely one of them.
A lot of people are eating some humble pie.
Oh yes, being served to them by these supporters.
Yeah.
But
it's fun watching people that you like just melt down at each other on Twitter.
Yeah.
People are just not handling this well.
No.
Like, the people who won are not handling it well, and the people who lost aren't handling it well. Everybody's just screaming at each other.
Yeah, it's and nobody's taken a second, and we'll talk to Eboni K. Williams about this later when she comes in, because she was not a Trump supporter, but her mom is. And her mom's like a black woman from North Carolina.
Which is odd because Ebony's white. How that worked out.
Weird name.
Yeah, really weird.
But, people are so emotional about it. We were talking to Travis about it before the show. They're screaming in the streets, and they're crying, and they're acting like they'll never have an opportunity again when Donald hasn't even done anything yet. He hasn't done a thing. He hasn't had a chance to, you know?
Yeah, but when you say you're going to do those things, I get why people are...
Yeah, but he said he's going to do everything. There's part of the reason why people weren't going to vote for him is because there's contradictory video of him on almost every statement that he made about the election. He's not a lifetime Republican.
No, but I mean, like, you can't say the things he said. And he said some, purposefully insightful things.
Do you think so?
Well, maybe not purposefully, but they were insightful.
I would say you're safe saying purposely.
Some of them, yeah. Some of them I think just flew out while he was talking. And then wonder why people are mad and yelling at him. Like, so if you're going to come out that way and be that way, people are going to get pissed off. So you have to realize that kind of comes with it.
Yeah, but there's one thing to be pissed off, and there's one thing to be scared. There's one thing to say, oh, I didn't see this coming, or I'm worried about this, or I don't know if he can do it. And it's quite another thing to be crying in tears, acting like your entire world is falling apart.
I'm talking about people who are just pissed off on Twitter.
That's fine.
Not the melodrama.
That's fine. Mark Normand's here. Mark Normond is entering. What's going on, pal?
Hey, buddy.
Well,
Yeah.
Same old.
Yeah, I do.
Good to be here.
Well,
First timer.
Yeah.
Is this your first time on our show?
Yeah.
Oh, good, man. It's good to see you.
Yeah. Nice to have you. We were talking about you after we saw Amy at Madison Square Garden and how well you did.
Oh, you were great, man. You were really funny.
Have you gotten comfortable in arenas?
Yeah, I have. It's weird. That was a hot show. I was the second time doing it, so the first time I was shitting a brick, and this time I was like, fuck it, let's have fun.
Yeah.
And it was so much easier. Also, I didn't know Madonna and Chappelle were watching, which was good.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have fucked you up, right?
Oh, my God. I had my lanyard on. You guys saw the whole time.
Very funny, like a true ass.
Yes, a complete dork.
Yeah. I believe this will get me backstage, won't it? Will this allow me to be in my dressing room?
Did you talk to Madonna?
Yeah, she laughed at one of my jokes, and it was a Nazi joke. And I got off stage. And I said, "Hey, thanks for watching my set." She goes, "Great Nazi joke." And I said, "Great," and she walked away.
Who would you have been more nervous about, her or Chappelle watching you?
Oh, Chappelle.
Right.
He's a comic. And
Yeah.
I'm a fan and yada yada.
But that's kind of where you want Madonna to walk away, right? The last thing you need is an awkward interaction. Like, she's complimented you.
Right.
She liked the comedy. Now leave before anybody has
Good
any
point.
chance to ruin this.
Did you see her ass?
I did not.
Amazing ass for 88. She looks great. It's a real shelf. It's up there.
Yeah, I'd love to see it. Wait, that night, you mean?
Yeah.
What was she wearing? I was there, but I didn't remember the night.
She had like, look at that. That's
Wow,
that's
it does
not
look-
a bad caboose.
It does look really good. Adrian
her
just
age.
Google imaged it.
Yeah.
I'd give that a little nuzzle.
Oh, yeah.
Would you kiss it?
Oh, yeah. I'd give that a little brown nosing.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. But
She's the material girl.
here's the worst part. I get off stage and I see Chappelle and he goes, great set. I go, oh, my God, thank you. He goes, nice lanyard. And I was like, fuck.
Shit.
Damn it. One of my heroes.
That's why you want him to walk away immediately after they say,
Yeah.
nice set.
But then I see him a week later, and and Will Sylvince. I don't know if you know Will Sylvince.
Yeah.
But he's like, I'm opening for Chappelle. Come watch. I was like, I've never seen Chappelle do a real set. I'll go watch. I show up. He goes, lanyard, and he
No.
throws me on.
And
So
he
I
put
got to
you
open
on?
for him. Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Because of the lanyard.
You know, I have a theory. That stuff works out.
Yes.
I feel like I was saying-
Synergy?
That's not synergy. That's not what that's not that word means. It doesn't work at all. I think that the only reason that Chris Rock gave me as much screen time in his movie as he did, because I had a good 25 seconds of screen time in top
five, yeah.
which is a lot. And he didn't have to. I could have easily been cut out because I didn't say anything. I didn't add anything. And I think it's just because
Can you isolate that clip, by the way? Sam saying that?
I think it's because he got a kick out of the fact that I look like Malcolm Gladwell.
Because
he walked in.
Yes, you did. I never thought about that.
I never either. But he walked in, he called me Malcolm Gladwell when he walked in, and he was laughing about it and blah, blah, blah. And then we shot the movie, and then he did it again next time he was in. And I was like, okay. And then the movie came out, and I was like, Jesus Christ, he left me in. And then I saw him on the street like a year after the movie came out, and he went, hey, not Malcolm Gladwell. And I was like, yeah, that was what it was.
Yeah, the whole thing, the synergization of the entire thing
I
is
think
really nice.
synergization isn't even a word.
Yes,
No, it
is a word.
isn't.
Yes, it is.
And if it was, it wouldn't fit this context.
Yes, it would.
At all. It's not.
So
what
where'd you work?
means.
Where was Dave doing the...
we did the cutting room.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Which is a great little room.
Yeah.
And it was like one of these, like, you got to be in the know to get seats, so the crowd was, like, hot and ready to be there. And then I did well on that, so he had me at the Gramercy Theater open.
Oh, that's
Wow.
great.
Which that guy is a nut. He makes all of his crowd stand up. They take out all the seats, and he had a guy on, then me, then Tom Segura, then he did a set, and then he did a sit down with Chris Rock at the end. The whole show was like 8 hours.
Jesus Christ.
I know, and the crowd loved it.
Yeah. So they stand the whole time?
The whole time.
Why does he do that?
I think he likes them. He wants them to be up and at him.
Yeah.
Well, there's more. There's more. You can make more money that way. There's more people.
Oh, is that what it is? He just crams them in?
The capacity doubles or triples.
That's a synergization.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's that word.
How long a set did he do?
He did about an hour 10.
Wow.
That's not that long for him.
For him, no.
And,
He did 10 minutes of the cellar the other night. I had to follow him. It was
Oh, you
brutal.
went on?
Yeah.
Really?
10 minutes. He did his SNL thing.
How was it?
Great. He did a mic. I don't want to give anything away, but he does a mic drop. And it ends in the N-word.
Oh, cool. That's all of my shows then, so I'm nice to see somebody else doing it.
I was surprised to see that Dave was hosting SNL this weekend.
Yeah.
You know, because he hasn't been doing anything for years. And does he have something, though? Is he promoting something?
No. They just want to hear his take, I think.
And he was like, yeah, I'll give it to you.
But you got to realize, this guy hasn't been on... His show ended in 06, 05. To sell out Radio City 11 times and not be on TV in 10 years is amazing.
It really is.
Yeah, he's really grabbed the country by the balls.
It really
He's held
added
on.
to his mystique, the fact that he walked away. But he was mad. He would have been massive either way.
There is something, though, to leaving while things are fucking really hot. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. It's like, Seinfeld for the rest of his life. I mean, it's been way longer than that since he left TV, and no matter where he goes, he's going to sell out.
What year did he quit? That show was 98?
99, 98?
I think 98 or 99, yeah. And he can literally play wherever he wants. He can do a theater, he can do an arena, he can do anything.
But he kind of hung in there with a little bit of comedians in cars going gay, and then the other thing with the, he's on Letterman a lot, or he was on Fallon a lot. Chappelle's just gone.
He just disappeared. And it was almost like, it was just rumors. Like, oh, he popped up in a club last night and he did 9 hours or whatever it was. Like, that's all he was doing.
Yes.
So I'm surprised that he's doing SNL, though. I'm excited to see it.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be really funny.
I'm sure it will, yeah.
Yeah.
What did him and Chris Rock do? They just sat there and chatted?
It was all election chat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Two Trump guys.
Yeah, poor Dave Chappelle had to come out and tell TMZ, "I'm not a Trump supporter." Because the quote went everywhere
about Hillary.
No, he said his quote.
And he was right, by the way. His quote was right.
His quote was about permission and sexual assault, and he said, "Did you just dribble on yourself a little
Jesus
bit?"
Christ!
Oh, boy.
I just came on my own stomach
That's
here.
embarrassing.
Normally that's on your back.
His quote was, Chappelle goes, Donald said that when you're famous, you can do that.
Right.
They let
You can do that. If they let you.
That implies content.
Or consent.
Consent. Sorry, consent.
They're probably content as
Synergy.
well. But he said that's consent.
Yeah.
So it's not sexual assault, and that's his point. And so he makes this point, and everybody goes crazy and goes like, Chappelle's a Trump supporter, obviously. Right. And he had to go on TMZ and go, no, I don't support Donald Trump. I was making a point about something that the guy said.
Yeah, people are such... And even if he did, who gave a shit?
Right.
I know. They're just looking for something
to talk about.
They love the story.
Oh, this whole Trump thing. Am I right or wrong, guys?
I'm glad you brought that up like that.
Yeah. Nothing's changed yet? Or he's not in the White House yet, right?
No, he's got till the 20th of
I keep
January.
thinking he gets in right away.
Yeah. Have you seen Bill Clinton's black kid?
Black kid?
Oh, yeah.
He has a black
What?
son.
He has a black son.
Yes, he does.
No.
Well, you could tell it's legit because the black son insists that it's true.
And he's trying to get the cum from Monica Lewinsky's dress to do a DNA test.
Ooh.
He is.
I don't think she's going to give that load up. Where do you think she keeps that?
Does she still have it? I thought it went to one of the
Smithsonian?
Yeah, something like that.
Is it in the Smithsonian?
I don't know if it's on display. I
Bill
would
Clinton's
assume
load
not.
in the
Yeah.
fucking...
I think that they have it though.
Wow.
I think that it's looked at as a piece of American history.
Yes, presidential splooge.
Yeah, how much presidential goo do you
Where
have?
is it? Let's see.
Gubernatorial.
Kenneth Starr's investigators after signing an immunity agreement. Why would she need to be immune? She didn't do anything wrong. Well, hold on. Let me see here. Blood sample was taken from Clinton on August 3rd.
That has nothing to do
Why
with
did
the
they...
Why did they what?
Take his blood. Why didn't he just admit it?
Who, Bill?
Yeah, maybe he was hoping it wasn't his.
Exactly.
Yes.
Chicks suck dick all over this White House. It's not mine.
Just hoping it was a Secret Service load.
Yeah.
So the kid reaches out and says, "Please give us the dress because we can't get a DNA sample from Bill Clinton." And the kid, I feel bad for the kid. The kid's an adult by now, but I feel bad for him because you can tell his mother has just all his life been telling him that Bill Clinton is his father. What was the story? He fucked her in the bushes?
Yeah, I forget what it was. Yeah, he fucked her behind a shrub.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
I think it was in an alley
Can't
or
hear you.
something. I think in an alley.
I think
Behind shrubs?
I think it was shrubs, right? I think that the woman was like a prostitute, and it was in the shrubs in the projects. Is that right?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think so, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, he was there and he pulled down his jogging pants.
Yes. She said Bill was on one of his notorious jogs and stopped by the projects to fuck a prostitute in the bushes.
She knew that the kid's his because he was her only white client.
Right. And the kid's a light-skinned black young man, so...
Does he look like Bill?
No. Not even sort
he
of.
looks like Larry Fishburne in 1980.
He does.
That's him. Did you see he reached out to Obama now? Because Monica Lewinsky will not give up the dress.
I wouldn't either.
She won't give up the DNA sample. Believe it or not, and this was startling to a lot of people, she's ignored the kid altogether. She won't talk to him. She won't acknowledge that Bill Clinton's black son needs some of that crusty jism.
He doesn't really want the dress because then it'll ruin him. This is all part of it.
Right.
If he gets the dress, it'll all be over.
The minute he gets proof that, like, this is bullshit,
right,
it's done.
But he might really believe it, though. Like you said, his mother probably told him, that's your dad. Oh.
He's been brainwashed. And when you want to believe it so bad, you know he wants to. The last thing he wants to think is it's just another dude that was not there for him.
Yeah, some other guy named Bill who kind of looked like Clinton a little bit.
But not even at all.
Who also
that kid
played the sex.
Yeah. This dude doesn't look like Bill Clinton. Even slightly.
No, nothing.
And they were showing him putting up photos of a young Bill Clinton next to him.
Oh, right there, I see it.
Yeah, the nose is the same.
Right there. Oh, no, that is Bill Clinton.
Yeah, you're looking at the photo of Bill. Yeah. You see the black guy next to him? How there's no resemblance whatsoever?
Is there... In the nose, you're right. Mark is right. The nose is identical.
Yeah.
The nose-
Identical?
Yeah. It is actually. It's very, very close.
They're both nose-shaped.
Nah, they're very close, though. Like you see the positioning is between the eyes and mouth.
Yeah.
But they do look
There's an ear on each side.
Wait a minute.
They both have teeth in this photo.
You know what? That is a little bit more
startling.
The shape of the mouth.
Yeah.
You're no, it's not.
No, I'm not.
The shape of the mouth isn't the same.
It's similar. The top of the mouth.
They both have a mouth-shaped
With
mouth.
teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The top of the mouth isn't even the same. The lips are different.
That
Everything's
doesn't look
different.
like him.
It doesn't at all.
That's Conor McGregor.
Oh.
They say OJ is Khloe Kardashian's dad.
We've been hearing that for a while.
I saw that. I see more resemblance between Khloe and OJ than I do between this dude and Bill Clinton.
Yeah, yeah.
I like to fuck Khloe.
Oh, so
my
big.
God.
I like to reach under and hold her big hiney and just pump away and apologize.
Yeah, I'd like to climb that tree. She's so big.
Yeah,
She
she's
is.
a big girl.
Have you seen her in person before?
No.
Yes, I have actually. Oh yeah, I did Leno with her.
You did?
Really?
Me, her, Chris, and Bruce.
But this is back when she was fat.
Yeah, and Bruce was there. It was Bruce. Chris.
Holy moly, she looks amazing
That's
now.
her?
Yeah, she's tightened up.
I interviewed her once. Did you just pass gas a
Yes,
little?
I did.
Did you get excited when you saw Khloe?
I did. She's so pretty. My hiney just shot something out.
I interviewed her once before she was in as good shape as she's in now, and she was still hot. I've always had a Khloe Kardashian. I've been a fan for a long time.
Do you think black guys like her?
They're okay with her. Like it's they'd probably take her, leave it.
Yeah.
You know who I think would like Khloe Kardashian? Bill Clinton's illegitimate son.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no
I
doubt
think he'd
about
be
it.
a huge fan.
How tall is she?
She's got to be 6'8".
Yeah, I think about there.
What is she about? Oh, she's 5'10".
5'10".
Oh wow, that's my height.
5'10", but she wears heels.
Yeah, big heels.
Yeah, so she's probably 6'1" in heels.
How's the face up close?
It's nice. It's good.
All right.
She
She's
looks
very cute
good.
from what I remember.
She looks good. It's not like she wears a lot of makeup.
Yeah, I could see her in the morning being a little. Look at that.
That's
Like,
not a good picture.
She
She
could
looks
be
like
rough.
Chip there.
You know what?
Go back. Let me see Chip Kardashian. Fucking sister's a piece of garbage. What do we got? Millions of bucks or something?
Making jokes about Lamar Odom.
Yeah. Fucking Lamar owed him money, then he fell asleep. Fuck yeah.
It's wordplay humor.
Wordplay, Yoma. Yeah, tweet that picture of fucking Chloe Chipperson.
That's pretty good.
Oh, she looks really dumb. Oh, another one. Oh, no.
I wonder if she would make any jokes about brothels.
Yeah, why don't you lick my big fat fucking ass or something, you piece of garbage?
That's just just so over the top and direct.
Fuck yeah.
You think so?
Yeah. What are you paying for hookers or something?
See, the beauty of the Kardashians is they go every kind of type. Like you got the Kylie who's skinny and hot. Then you got her who's like meaty, and then you got Kim who's kind of
short with a big fat rump.
Yeah, with huge cans.
Right. Yeah. All the white guys that used to be into whoever the other pretty one was.
My God, she is gorgeous.
Who's the third sister with Kim and
Kendall?
No, Courtney.
Courtney.
All the white guys that loved Courtney.
She's 5 feet tall, though.
Is she?
I would be like fucking Brad Williams. Nothing to do with that.
They all love the young ones now, though.
Of course.
Yeah.
You don't like short gals?
Not 5 feet.
I'm fine with that.
No, I like him 5'3" or whatever.
Doesn't make you feel like a man when you have
No,
a
it makes you
5
feel like
foot
a
dwarf
terrorist.
of a woman.
Yeah, no, I don't want that. I don't want a girl I can pick up and shake about.
Oh, I like that. I like a big noogie.
Yeah.
Headlock.
There
She's
she
cute.
is. Yeah.
Oh, that's Kendall.
Good looking gal.
She's not as curvy as the rest.
No.
So, she's got the Jenner blood in her, not the Kardashian or OJ blood.
I'm so confused with all the Kardashian, Jenner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They're a pretty popular family.
It's actually a great point to bring up.
Thanks.
Really solid.
Sammy.
It's really solid.
Can you see her pussy lip there or no?
Nah, it's a leotard.
No, there.
I don't think so.
I don't know. Am I wrong? Okay,
Yeah,
well,
no.
zoom in on it for Pete's sake. Let's stop guessing.
It's not her pussy lip.
I'm looking.
She's not posting her pussy lip on Instagram.
She might not know the fucking...
You don't think that they check their fucking... First of all, that's not exactly a candid shot.
No, she takes a picture. You don't think that might be a little fat pussy lip bulge?
I wish.
No.
All right, but it wasn't crazy of me to think it.
They Photoshop their Instagram photos. They're not just like, oh, let me take a quick snapshot and go up.
Maybe she tried to Photoshop out her giant vag and fucking only a little bit got Photoshopped out.
There wasn't enough Photoshop to take care of how big her vag was.
Oh, she's hot.
Those legs are so thin.
Yeah, like a little colt.
Yeah,
Yeah, like fucking, like Bambi on the ice.
Yeah. I'd like to shoot her mom.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, that's pretty great.
Yeah.
God damn it. We got some good ladies in this country, huh?
We sure do.
Woo, that's
Sure
our best
do.
resource is white women.
Yeah.
Are you ready to settle down with a young lady?
No.
You can't be.
Come on, I got a special coming out soon.
Oh, yeah. Right. When are you shooting that?
Oh, it's shooting on the 17th, Thursday.
Where?
Of next week at Angel Orsans. I sent Roland all the info. Of course, there's nothing here.
It might be. Hold on.
Oh, yeah. Let me tell you something. Mark's Comedy Central,
Yes, it is.
1 hour special, is being filmed on November 17th at, what's it, Angel
Orsans. It's the best synagogue in New York. It's beautiful, like 1825.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that where...
That's where Noam got married.
That's where I interviewed Ozzy and Geezer and Tony and Brad. That was where I did the fucking Black Sabbath 13
Is that
release
right?
party, yeah.
Oh, it's a beautiful room.
That's going to look amazing.
That is, it's funny, I was at Noam's wedding. That is an incredible room.
Yeah, I can't believe we got it.
If
It
you
was
want,
tough.
if you want tickets
How is
to
it
see
tough?
the special,
Sorry.
Just 'cause it's always booked up, so we had to work around a bunch of dates, and it's super expensive.
well, if it's super expensive, then you're going to need to buy tickets to make some of this money back for
Tickets
Mark.
are free.
Tickets are free.
It's on me, baby. It's the Blacklist. Comedy
Oh, my
Central.
gosh. Go to theblacklistnyc.com/MarkN. Theblacklistnyc.com/MarkN.
Thank you.
And you get to see this thing for free.
Yeah, and there's two shows. There's a 7:30 and a 9:30, and it's going to be great. And I'm running the hour a bunch of times in the city before, so I'm doing in Philly on Monday, and then twice on Wednesday. One at the Fat Black Pussycat, and one at Gotham Comedy Club.
That's incredible.
Yeah, that's a really, really good space, man. I didn't know they did stand-up there.
Yeah, that's the first show ever.
Is it?
Yeah, for stand-up.
Have you
show.
tested the acoustics there?
I'm going to go there, I think, tomorrow and really do like 10 minutes to no one.
Yeah, where are they going to seat people? Oh, yeah, I see the floor. I thought there was something in the middle of the floor.
A lot of floor seats and a whole 2 balconies.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
That is going to look really good, man.
Hey, thanks. Can't wait.
So I want to play for you this kid asking Obama now for Bill Clinton's DNA to help him out.
All right.
And I guess Obama just has, like, I think when you're president, you just have the vault with all the ex-presidents' DNA, like a little sample from each one, you know?
Yeah,
Or you could get the juice to pick up the phone and go, Bill, why don't you help us out? I don't know.
You don't think he would help him out?
No, I don't. Hey, Bill, how about a semen sample? I don't think it's a good idea, B.O.
Bill, your son called. He's looking for a semen sample to prove that he's your son.
He's not my son. Should I have a little beep? Can we have the little beep? The boop.
Yeah, you have to add a censorship beep in there because I can see where that would come in handy.
Yes, it would.
So this is...
I'll have to do with something. I would never fuck a...
Bill, this is Barack Obama that's talking to you. You can't...
No, I know. You're one of the good.
It's offensive. Let's hear what Danny Williams had to say to President Obama on the quest for figuring out whether or not Bill Clinton is actually his father. It's cool music,
President
right?
Obama, my name is Danny Williams.
He sounds just like him.
I am the son of
That's
former
Bill. If
President
I have
Bill
ever
Clinton.
heard anybody with Bill Clinton's voice, that's Bill Clinton.
Oh, yeah.
You can hear it. You can hear the little rock in him.
Mm-hmm.
I'm reaching out to you today because I know you can understand me. You also grew up without a father. And you are our first black president.
That's a good
You have
point.
supported Black Lives Matter and my brother's keeper. So I know that you believe my life matters. I have...
So wait, is he saying, Barack, I need for you to reach out to Bill Clinton to get his DNA for me?
Yeah.
I'm black. You're black. Let's do this.
He's saying, I'm black, you're black. Help me get the cum of that white devil.
That's it. That's it. I'm surprised he couldn't convince him of that.
Yeah.
I think those were Leonard Cohen lyrics.
Oh, yeah, Leonard Cohen died.
That's a bummer, huh?
I thought he was been dead for years.
No, are you kidding?
That's not the appropriate attitude.
Yeah, I had no idea he was alive.
I thought of Sam Morril. He's a big Leonard Cohen fan.
Yeah, we texted at like 2 in the morning.
Yeah.
I figured it out, though. I got him confused with Lou Reed. I thought
Sam Morril's a comedian.
I thought
I never liked Lou Reed.
No, he sucks.
Stinks.
He doesn't sing, just talks.
Talks.
Right.
A color girl goes a boop, da-doo-doop. Shut up.
Shut up.
But he's doing it to the music.
I don't care how he's doing. He fucking stinks.
He sucks. It's all like
one
a
good
cool
song.
guy thing. Yeah.
What's his one good song?
The one that Ron Bennington would use, the Satellite of Love or something. There was one he would do that was okay.
What about Perfect Day?
I don't remember that one.
Perfect Day's a good song.
I don't know it.
I don't know that one either.
No. Maybe we'll open the show with it tomorrow. I don't know it.
He's all attitude. There's no substance.
Lou Reed?
Yeah, I agree.
Well, he's not attitude anymore.
Exactly.
He's dead.
He's
So is
latitude.
Leonard
Laying
Cohen.
there.
Yeah. I thought Leonard Cohen. I got him confused, and when they announced, like when I saw it on Facebook last night that Leonard Cohen was dead, I was like, "What is this? One of those like anniversary posts?" Somebody saw it and said, "Oh, 2 years ago you posted about this guy dying." It's like, no, that's news of today.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah. He's dead as of yesterday.
I didn't care. I just went, sweet.
You said that when you found out Leonard Cohen died?
I did, yes.
You had that.
That's a popular one.
Oh, nice.
People love that one. It's real popular.
All right, let's go back to our friend Danny Williams, Bill Clinton Jr.
Years to contact my father, Bill Clinton, and also my stepmother, Hillary Clinton. Their love and acceptance. And in the past few weeks, I have released a video about my story, and I requested that my father submit a DNA sample.
Looks nothing like him.
The video has been seen by over 30 million people.
Holy shit.
I also went to the National Press Club in Washington, where I appealed to Miss Monica Lewinsky, hoping that she would provide a sample from her famous blue dress.
Do you know the panic that is going to sink into his mother if anybody were to say, all right, we'll submit a DNA sample? They said they wouldn't do it. Just move on.
The government switched it. The government switched it.
Exactly.
Blue dress, I thought it was gold.
Oh, that whole thing. Do you, off the subject, do you remember the blue and the gold dress? And it would, different answers out of different people.
Which one did you see?
You know, it's funny. I saw...
We should probably get back to this guy.
So
blue, or was it gold?
Who cares? Who cares?
The radio audience wants to know.
They don't. It's a topic from 2 years ago.
You don't think that was a captivating moment?
Did you think your pauses were building anticipation?
They certainly were. That's how I'll deliver information. I'll be like, this guy said...
What did he say?
No, see, you don't yell that. You build. And people can't wait to hear the next syllable.
And then do they get frustrated when they realize it's a colossal waste of time?
I don't think they do realize that.
Oh, I see.
Now that's radio.
Yeah. How about, let's get back to it.
We were just about to.
I know, but I like to throw it around. You gotta have like little ways we throw to the video that make this signature.
Just play the fucking video, Adrian.
Nothing bad.
Hold on, I don't like that. Hold on, pause it. Let's throw to the video.
Nothing bad. I am filing a paternity lawsuit.
Oh no!
But it can take years and cost more money than I can afford. President Obama, I have to know who I am. I have to know that my father and my stepmother will accept me.
Oh, God. It's embarrassing. Guy's 38.
Hillary, she has the power to convince my father to provide a DNA sample.
Why would she do that?
President Obama, I know you are endorsing my stepmother for president. Please ask her to step up to prove that my life does matter.
Good tie-in.
Going back to the black thing.
Yeah.
That me and my kids have a place in her village too.
He's got kids.
He's using the village line.
I thank you.
She's using the fucking village. It takes a village. We have a place in her village.
Yeah, yeah. It takes a village.
Do you think he wants a little of that Clinton money?
Oh, he wants to. He wants to say. You know what I'm thinking? Because you just bought the house next door to you in Chappaqua. Maybe me and my
Oh, there's a great song about that. Do you know what would be great? I hope it's true. I hope fucking Bill Clinton dumped a load in 1976.
Yeah.
And now fucking they cut into Chelsea's inheritance.
Yeah, and Bill's just sitting there going like, this is fucking ridiculous.
Then again, would he be entitled to it if he's not an adult? Well, yeah, he might. Yeah, obviously if he's an adult, if he's not underage. Yeah, maybe he would be, unless Clinton wrote him out of the will.
Well, his mother, you don't have to give inheritance to your kids.
Unless they die and there's no will.
But couldn't you sue for back child support or something like that?
No, I don't think so.
If somebody could. If somebody skirts and doesn't admit to the kid or won't take the DNA test or whatever, if you find out that you were avoiding it, I bet you could sue for back child support or something like that.
Yeah. Well, the mother enticed. There's actually audio of when they met.
No.
Yeah, the mother was in the bushes.
Come and get it!
She doesn't sound black.
I know. That's why he liked her. I was late. I couldn't see.
That was enough to convince Bill, huh?
Yeah, I stuck it in her hooch.
That's him apologizing to Hillary.
Yeah. I couldn't help it. She made it look like I was coming in her mouth. That's my own sound clip.
Just an excuse for the sound clip.
Yes, it was.
I mean, it makes sense.
It certainly didn't.
No, it didn't. Oh, you don't think this woman...
The mom's not bad looking.
For what? For one of the way outs from the Flintstones. She's fucking awful looking.
She is terrible looking.
She's terrible looking.
She really is.
She's all right.
Let me see her again. Oh, I think she's dead.
Hope or think?
Let me see her. Maybe it's the wig I don't like.
Oh, it's a wig. Yeah, she does look a little like James Brown.
Yeah, you're right. It's not a good wig.
No,
he
it
is
is
very
not.
light skinned though compared to her. Just saying.
Yeah, I love that he's very light skinned, which means it could be any white person, which probably means it's Bill Clinton.
Nah, he is light skinned. It might be a president. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, it could be Reagan.
And I guess she said that she brought this up years ago and nobody listened to her.
And you know how annoying it is if you're Clinton and it's true and this woman's just holding up your picture on fucking social media?
Yeah.
Goddamn internet!
Yeah.
You know how annoying you must have been to Al Gore with the World Wide Web? Shut up, Al! They're all going to come out of the woodwork.
Bill, we invented this tool where everybody's going to be able to communicate with each other and information is going to be passed around.
Keep it under your hat, Al! They're all going to come out of the woodwork.
You don't understand. People are going to get their information and share it with the world.
God don't need that shizness. He plays the garbage.
Is Bill slipping into Chip Clinton?
Yes, he is. I fucked her in the bushes and shizness.
Oh, man. How relieved has Hillary got to be, huh?
Well, she's probably humiliated. I think she's humiliated.
You think so?
Humiliated.
Come on.
Humiliated. If she would have lost to Mitt Romney or to Ted Cruz, she wouldn't have been. She would have been like, I lost. But she lost to Donald Trump.
It's embarrassing.
It's humiliating.
I guess so, yeah.
Oh, and I really enjoy, and again, I'm such a fucking pushover. I really am. But I liked the meeting that they had in the White House. They don't like each other, but
no, they don't.
Trump looked nervous. It's the first time I've ever seen him look tentative. It was almost like, again, I didn't know they had never met.
Right.
So here's the sitting president.
They never met?
They'd never met.
I didn't know that.
And Trump said that. We've never met each other before. Do you have the audio of Trump?
Yeah.
It was actually really good. Obama, I think, in that one looked much more comfortable, even though he's obviously not happy about it. Trump looked slightly nervous.
I also think that Trump doesn't exactly know how to handle this position. You know what I mean? Like, he's so used to, whether it's in business or the last year and a half of running this campaign, being the alpha male and just going up on stage and talking shit and being aggressive. And now he's not fighting anybody anymore. He won. And I don't think humility, or taking a back seat to anything, comes natural to him.
I think this was frightening for him.
Mark, are you upset about the spilled drink on your shirt?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
Why?
I noticed.
Why? Because you're covering it? You can't even see it if you don't have eyes.
It does.
I'll get over it.
But it looks like dried cum.
That looks like Danny Williams wants it. Is that his name?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Whew.
Yeah.
Thank
He
God.
looked uncomfortable, man. He looked, because the way his hand was.
Yes.
He looked like.
And his posture was bad. He was slouched over.
The magnitude of this moment. Like he's with the sitting U.S. president. It's a big deal. And Obama, look, the bottom line, say what you want about him. He's been in more uncomfortable situations than Trump has.
Ah, yes.
And he's good at this
Absolutely.
with the entire country watching. It's just the two of them. You can't make an asshole out of yourself. You can't embarrass yourself. You've got the job. I kind of liked this, you know. And again, I'm a pushover, so I just buy it. I liked it.
All right,
Yeah,
let's
great
listen to
moment.
it.
Want to do everything we can to help you succeed, because if you succeed, then the country succeeds. Please.
Well, thank you very much, President Obama. This was a meeting that was going to last for maybe 10 or 15 minutes, and we were just going to get to know each other. We had never met each other.
Hey, pause for a
had
second,
great
Adrian.
respect.
It's not a flattering chair for him.
Also,
He looks a little heavy in that chair.
Well, his face looks really fat and red,
Yeah.
and there's a bust behind it, so you can see that it's not just the. His face really is fat and red.
and he's slouched over, and you can see his whole body, and you can see all the weight,
Yeah.
because he got very big in the gut and hip area over the course of the campaign. And I would make a bold prediction after seeing this. We know that Donald likes to celebrate with a little fast food.
Yeah.
does he?
Yeah, I believe, especially hanging out with Chris Christie a lot, he's going to get much bigger as president.
And I'll tell you something too. He met this president who he has been shit talking.
Yes.
I've met people we've jocktobered, and you're always like a little like, oh, hey guys.
Yeah.
Don't tell me in front of the whole world when you've shit talked this guy for all of this time. You were wrong about the birther thing.
Right, and it's
and
not
now
even,
you're meeting him.
That's the important thing that people, I don't think, are all remembering. It's not even just over the course of the campaign saying he's the worst president. He spent all that time years ago.
He's been shitting on him for years.
With the birther thing. Like, he spent months.
And he was wrong.
Yeah.
Demanding. Maybe he was wrong, but he definitely came out the winner of that scenario because he forced a sitting president to show his birth certificate. Obama finally had to say, look, here's the fucking birth certificate. Stop. And Donald goes, oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess I saw it then.
Yeah, also that's a bust of MLK.
Behind him.
So he's really giving him the side eye.
Yeah, but Trump is really like he has that thing like, all right, I talked a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Then forward. That's the way you are when you meet someone who you blasted.
Totally.
Like, all right, guys. And he went
Right.
out of his way to say nice things.
That's how Kevin Brennan is around me.
There are people wondering if he's going to keep the MLK bust in the White House or not.
Yeah.
Because it's a tough move.
There's no way he's keeping that.
But if he doesn't keep it and people find he films anything in that room,
Why would
people
he
are
take
going to
it
be
out?
like,
He's
that
gonna use that-
racist took...
No, he's going to take that to the bowling alley downstairs.
And he'll probably go bowling.
Yeah, no, we covered that. Mark kind of covered that.
Just like us.
Yeah.
So, all right, watch more. This is great.
The meeting lasted for almost an hour and a half, and it could have, as far as I'm concerned, it could have gone in for a lot longer. We really, we discussed a lot of different situations, some wonderful and some difficulties. I very much look forward to dealing with the president in the future, including counsel. He explained some of the difficulties, some of the...
It's funny how, like, here's how you could tell he's nervous. Because certain words, like he said, I have great respect. Like, he didn't say I have great respect for him. It's like when you're kind of there, but you're not there. And, like, you're not thinking clearly about everything. You're just trying not to fuck up.
Right.
He doesn't know how to portray himself as an equal to the person in the room with him. All he knows
antagonize.
Yes, antagonize, combative, be better. I mean, every business person that you've ever been in a meeting with, every CEO has this vibe of kind of one-upsmanship.
They do.
And he can't do that in that room.
But his body language is not like I'm trying to come off this way. He looks like somebody who is kind of...
He doesn't know how to talk.
He's a bit humbled by it or blown away by it. Again, it is slightly intimidating when you're sitting with a guy one-on-one who is not intimidated by you.
Yeah.
Who is, don't forget, the only one-on-one they've kind of had was in that White House Correspondents' Dinner where fucking Obama wrecked him.
Laid into him.
Yeah, so the thing is, you're both hoping the other one is just courteous
It's
and not an
interesting.
asshole publicly.
Yeah, because Obama beats him in the same room because he's just because he did it at the Correspondents' Dinner. Like, they were in the same room and Obama got the better of him. But when they're separated, Trump's gotten the better of him every time. Like the birther thing, Trump absolutely got the better of him. And just winning this election, Trump has completely spoiled Obama's legacy.
Yeah, because
he's destroyed it.
Obama lined up with Hillary and said, "I support her," and people went. A lot of his people went to Hillary.
And not only that, but also
went to Trump.
People are going to look at this and be like, "How did the Trump presidency happen? Who was president before Trump that people were so upset about that they had to vote this guy in?"
People forget, though, like I think we said this, every 8 years, every 12 years, you just kind of go left, then you go right, then you go left. It's the way we move.
But Trump is different, though.
He is different.
It wouldn't be, if just a Republican were voted in, that doesn't spoil Obama's legacy. It's Trump.
No. I'm not saying about the legacy. I'm just saying that people are so shocked he got elected. We just had 8 years of a very, very left-wing Democrat. So it's not shocking. It's also not shocking.
The fucking Celebrity Apprentice guy wins?
Meaning that there's a more a right-wing election. Because after a very, very right-wing George Bush, you had one of the more liberal presidents in history. It's just when one of the extremes goes, then the other one tends to get elected to balance it out. It just happens to be him.
And this is looked at as balance.
No, but I mean, again, people didn't probably want to go to a further left turn.
Right.
The country doesn't seem to like to go in one direction for too long.
That's true.
It's like that weird little course correction.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where it's going forward and just kind of toggling left or right. I had to say toggling. So
But look at hair metal and then grunge.
Right.
You got to go the other way.
Right.
Got to compensate.
That's the way it is, yeah.
Mark, you've done a lot of radio shows, right?
Sure.
Have you ever been on one where a person has to use a soundboard with their own voice on it?
Yeah, I do a lot of road comedy.
And they use their own voices on their soundboard?
No, this is pretty high end.
It is good high end.
Because he could just say...
Makes me so happy. Oh, I'm going to come.
Like, he could just say that. He doesn't need to push a button for it.
Hey, come on, man.
If I want my prick pulled, I'll do it myself.
That's right, Sam.
He couldn't have said that.
I couldn't have said that.
No, it's
but I'm
true.
happy Mark's here.
This guy's a riot.
See that? Tell a story. Tell a story. Oh, shit. Now I can just relax and enjoy Chip with the rest of you.
Nobody enjoys it. Let's get back to the Trump-Obama meeting.
Yeah.
The high-flying assets and some of the really great things that have been achieved. So, Mr. President, it was a great honor being with you, and I look forward to being with you many, many more times in the future. Thank you, sir.
That was as nice as it could have been.
Yeah.
Watch this moment, too.
He's beat red.
Taking any questions. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, he looks...
Here's a good rule. Don't answer the questions when they just start. It's always the last one.
That was a little banter.
Yeah. But see, this is why I love that moment.
Let's go.
Because Obama, taps Trump on the shoulder and he goes, good rule. Don't let him ask questions.
When they're yelling it.
When they're yelling it, saying, I'm the president, I know. And Trump had to go, yeah, it's always the last one.
Uh-huh.
And Obama's like, no, what?
Yeah.
No, that's not what we're talking about.
They, look, they could wind up getting along great. Because Obama's interest in Trump is probably, now that Trump's got the job...
Yes.
Obama's a man. He doesn't want to be humiliated by a sitting president. You don't want the next president, regardless, to undo everything you did and degrade everything you did and to shit on... anything that has to be undone can be undone with a certain language that seems like you're just repairing or fixing or nudging it along as opposed to going, this is garbage, take it out. You understand what I mean? There can be an attitude about the changes, too.
So that he's saying if he kind of makes nice... Trump will come in and not just take a big shit over everything he's done.
So far, look, we're a day and a half in.
America is great again.
His Twitter, he really needs to stop complaining about the protesters. Again, you're the president.
He did.
What?
Did you see the second tweet?
What?
First, he complained about the protesters.
Yes.
But then later, either early this morning or late last night, he tweeted something to the effect of, isn't it great how passionate people are?
Yeah,
he did a complete... 180 into Presidentsville.
He has to, because You know, again, I said this too. I love people protest. That's what you do when you're not happy. Just don't break shit and don't fucking turn cars over.
Yeah.
But it's very American to not like something and protest it. That's fine.
But has this happened before in history?
Probably not, but this is definitely a weird. No president has ever said this shit right before winning. Like, you know what I mean? No one has made. People have made a lot of statements that other people didn't like.
But you mean like the protests?
Yeah.
Well,
the day after?
They probably would have happened in 2000 with Bush and Gore.
Sure.
But it wasn't declared for like however long it was. It was like a month or 2.
6 years?
I don't think it took quite 6 years. But for like a month or 2. And so by the end of that process, I think everybody was so exhausted.
Yeah,
that they were like, fuck it.
They're protesting in hopes of the Electoral College voting Hillary on December. They won't. They can't. They absolutely can't.
There have been people who are trying to advocate for that, and I think there's a petition out there going for it. It'll never happen.
Under no circumstances.
And it would be completely damaging. It would be way worse for everything if they just ignored the Electoral College.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They ignored the...
That's what we're based on. Like if the delegates just decided.
Yeah. Wow, that's a lot of signatures there.
735... Oh! Needed. So there's 2.2 million signatures on this thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Pretty good.
That's a lot of people.
She's probably out, though. Now it's been too late. It's too long. She's already like, I'm already used to not doing it.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Exactly. She's home just wearing fucking those tight stockings to make her cankles go away.
Like, you know when you're going to the gym, and then you're like, oh, the gym's closed. All right. That's it. You can't go back to another gym.
It's the best feeling when you get there and you hear the door go, tuk, 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 and you're like, oh, it's Veterans Day. They're closed.
Yeah, I tried.
Great.
And you get in the car and you see somebody going to open the gym, and you're like, I guess I was closed. You know, what am I going to do? I'm not going back.
Then you say something fun like, hey, let's go out and eat a piece of cake.
Yell it.
But the fun thing is if you go to Taco Bell and it's closed, you'll go to another Taco Bell.
Absolutely.
But the gym, you're like, hey, I did my part.
Right. I tried. I did everything I could.
Yep.
Oh,
That's
man.
pretty cool though. Like she looks happy. She's on the trail walking her dog.
Well, some lady said that she went hiking out there, and she's back in Chappaqua. Hillary Clinton, just another one of the great cities of Westchester.
Oh, she asked for a picture,
and she's hiking, and this woman says that she saw Bill Clinton and Hillary Clinton and the dog just walking in the woods. They were just walking the dog.
Danny Williams.
That's good Secret Service.
Yeah.
So, and where's Bill taking the fucking picture?
He's fucking a woman in the bushes.
Why is Bill not in the picture? I don't want to. There's a baby in that picture. It ain't mine.
I don't know. It's probably a fake picture, to tell you the truth.
No, this went viral.
You're joking, Sam.
Nah.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, it's probably set up. There's no way that she's...
I think you meant that it was Photoshop.
No, it's not Photoshop, but it's probably set up. I mean, there's no way Hillary is walking around a day after the election with no Secret Service or
I didn't
anything.
even think about that. Good call there, Fatty.
Well, I just said security. Where's the security? And nobody listened to me. Wait a minute.
At that point.
I thought it was just one of your sound effects.
Why does Sam get the credit for that? When I clearly said there was no security.
Yeah, I think it was set up.
I did say that.
I think it was a setup.
Sorry, Jimmy.
You said there was no security.
We noticed that you said it.
Travis. Not listening to me.
Don't waste your time with the headphones, dude.
I said there was no security.
Let's go to the text box for comments.
I'm just unraveling because I'm tuckered out. Did not sleep well.
You didn't sleep well last night?
No, that fucking Photoshop is hilarious.
That's so good.
Obama flipping off Donald Trump.
That's a Photoshop.
That's actually a good call. You call them all out, Jim. You're calling them all out. Let's go to Tom in Nashville. Tom, welcome to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts.
Tommy Salami.
Mark Normond.
I do that to get people invested in the show. It's fun to call.
I like it. Tommy boy.
Hey, I just want to let you know, first of all, love you guys, love the show. She's already called and conceded the victory to him. That bitch be out. She's gone.
No, that's not legally binding. I mean, Al Gore conceded.
Sure it is.
No, it's not. Al Gore and George Bush. Listen, Al Gore and George Bush. Al Gore and George Bush both took back concessions in 2000.
No.
Yeah.
I'm wrong? Holy crap.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
They
And a font of knowledge.
Exactly,
I did not know.
sir.
They conceded, and then they were like, "Oh,
apologize?
fuck. No, it's not true."
Yeah, dude, you're the
I'm gonna
mayor.
go to
You're
vote
the
and
mayor of wrong city.
Don't be so violent to our listeners, Jim. That's really mean.
What did I say? It wasn't mean.
So stupid. Joe.
Before I noticed that the Secret Service, there was no one there with them.
Joe in Virginia.
Somebody please compliment me.
Hey, they said on NBC Nightly News last night that Bill was taking the picture. That's why he wasn't in it.
I wonder that too. Does she have a picture with? How do you not just do a? Take the ugly kid out and make him take the picture.
Yeah.
Probably a girl based on the pink hat, but it could be
or
him.
just hold out a selfie. She's got to have one with Bill.
She was distraught over this election. A lot of women were distraught over the election. They thought they were going to have the first female president. And I'm sure to her at this moment, Hillary Clinton probably means more than Bill does.
Do you think, though, that she's just out there with...
Hillary is a hero to women.
That's a good point.
But how is there no Secret Service, though? I want to make that point again.
It's a setup.
She lost.
Yeah, they all just went home.
No, you're a loser. We're not going to protect you.
What are we going to do?
Where's all the people? Got to drive myself to Quickie Mart.
She made a ton of money on this, though. She's got to be living high on the hog.
She's doing just fine.
Yeah, she's a fat cat.
It's really good.
Didn't change my life. Right back to the job site with a lunchbox.
Is that right?
Yeah,
Bring your own
sure.
lunchbox?
Container of coffee. Yeah, you run around the woods with a dog. I'll work.
Don't presidents get Secret Service for life?
Yes. Nixon paid for his own.
What?
But presidents do get Secret Service for life.
Yes, they do.
That's true.
So then why the fuck is Bill Clinton walking around the woods with just a dog?
Because, again, there's times where they probably just want some privacy in the woods. I'll bet you after this somebody got fired.
Yes.
Some cunt with a baby walked up to us. We could have been killed. He's screaming.
Yeah.
As soon as they walk away, he picks up his cell phone. Who is this bitch? Search her.
Just an angry man.
Yeah.
Going off the rails.
Yeah. Where the fuck were you? Tackle this bitch.
She didn't sleep well last night?
No, I didn't.
Well, how come? What were you busy doing?
Honestly, I just went to bed late. Normally, I don't. But I just was up last night reading.
What time? Reading?
Yeah.
Reading?
What time were you reading until?
12:45. I was reading, and somebody said, "I'd love to come over and look at that book with you."
Oh, so you had a reading partner.
I did.
Oh.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did you just get a text out of nowhere from somebody that was a reading partner?
Yep.
Oh.
That's pretty incredible.
Good for you, buddy.
Yep.
That's not too... Is this reading partner, do they live here or were they just in town?
They live here.
And they were just like, I'm in the mood to read with you?
Yeah, let's see what time the old textaroo came in.
And show me a photo if you have it.
Hold on. Let me see. The old textaroo.
When did the old ring ding go off to let you know somebody wanted to read with you?
Let's see here.
Yeah, I picture your little glasses falling off when you got the text.
Hold on now. Let me see.
You think his readers fell off his nose?
Yeah. Oh, my word. And his little sleeping cap.
Well, I guess I'll be reading out loud tonight.
Hold on a second. God damn it. Sorry.
Gonna have some company.
What are we talking? Mein Kampf? What are you reading?
Seems like you're going through a lot of texts.
Yeah, and we talk a lot.
Are some of them...
12:37 a.m.
Oh.
I respond. 12:25, the text came in. 12:37, I responded.
So if a gal came by, you probably didn't get to sleep till 12:41.
Let's see what time the Uber left.
Oh, you Ubered her.
Yeah.
Oh,
2:33.
2:30. Okay, so you read for a couple hours.
Good for you.
An hour. It's not my nature.
To read for more than an hour?
No, just reading.
Oh, I see.
Boy, showbiz, huh? How great is that?
That's incredible. Your world has to have changed since you've been doing arenas with Amy.
She attracts a lot of women.
Yeah, it's a 10,000
arenas full of them.
Theater.
Yeah.
So your odds are pretty good, and they can't fuck her. So
right.
It's going well.
Oh, that's got to be amazing.
Have any girls sucked your penis?
Yes. And balls.
Really? Balls too, huh?
Yeah. Not a lot of reading.
No reading. Have you done any threesomes yet?
I have.
That's incredible.
It's intimidating, I got to tell you.
Is it?
Yeah, I've done a few. It's just, you got to please two whores.
Cool.
It's really eloquent the way you put that.
Why is it intimidating? Because both their cocks are bigger and darker than yours?
Had you not done that before this kind of round of...
No, not at all. I've never done one.
So this really has been a life changer.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I'd done threesomes, but it was the devil's threesome. if you know what I mean.
Fuck yeah!
That's Chip. I don't think that's what you mean.
2 guys.
So, had you really done a devil's threesome before?
I'd done a few with the same guy.
You did?
We were buddies. We were close.
What's the devil's threesome with another guy and a child?
So you had a buddy that you just double teamed girls with?
Yeah.
Like that was your thing?
That wasn't our thing. It just kind of happened a lot.
How many times did you do it with him?
3, I think.
That's a lot.
Yeah, we looked the same. So the girl was like, why not?
And was it the same girl every time?
No.
So you just go and pick up a girl and be like, me and my buddy do this together.
He was kind of a selfish guy, so I'd be fucking a girl and he would just come in and be like, I got the mouth.
Really?
And they were, we made sure they were cool with it.
What a good guy you are.
Was he your roommate?
No, just a buddy. We'd hang out a lot.
I could never have a threesome with a friend. Like I've done it at times. I've had them with.
You had a threesome with Ron Jeremy.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I've had them with
That's intimidating.
Voss. I've had them with
Voss?
Florentine.
You fuck Bonnie?
No, she fucked me. No, I've had them with a few friends. One who I can't name because he was married.
Oh.
I had a threesome with the same woman and 3 of my buddies at different times.
Holy moly.
So that would you supply the woman and be like, hey...
In this case, I would.
Wow.
She liked threesomes.
And so, but it always have to be with another guy.
Yeah, she just wanted to fuck a couple of my friends because she liked comedy.
Wow.
So she would blew me while Florentine fucked her. And Voss is such a piece of shit. She was blowing me while Voss fucked her. And then as soon as he came, he's like, I'm going to go out and smoke. And he just leaves me and her there. He was so tacky.
What was it like to be left with Judy Gold? Oh, man. Voss. Was he wearing the fedora? Was it
This
askew?
is way back in awful-haired Voss. This is
So
fucking...
there's just Jerry curls splashing all over the place.
95, 96, 20 years ago.
The mullet swinging around.
Terrible. His bad teeth.
Ugh. So,
oh, God. Look at that.
That's the Voss I know.
Holy shit.
So you liked it, but you were okay doing it with friends?
I didn't like it, but it was more fun to do because
It's
they were my
fun.
buddies. You know what I mean? But
Yeah.
I didn't...
Because you
would
could
not
joke about it later?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friend had a huge hog. That was a bummer.
It was a bummer for you?
Yeah.
Feelings of inadequacy. You don't want to... Especially if he's got the mouth, then that's going to be your best visual on his hog the whole time, right?
True.
That's good, though. You're watching her suck a porn dick. That's kind of cool. It just sucks it's your friend.
It's your friend, and then you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
You know, you don't measure up.
Then you lean over to kiss her, and it's like,
I know, and then you're fucking, and then when he's fucking her, she seems to enjoy it more. It's a bummer.
That does sound like a bummer.
Yeah.
oh my God, I've never been filled this way. Like the pussy lips are being like sucked in. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's a bummer.
Yeah, he's hitting spots that you just couldn't.
You're killing me, Jimmy.
He's hitting real estate that you just couldn't reach.
Damn it.
Would you mind watching that happen to a young lady?
No, it's required if I'm dating you. And you have to tell me about it while it's happening.
Yeah, the stallion's on his way over.
You just can't film me like this.
That's all you do. But it was just one reading partner for you.
Yeah.
Last night.
Mm-hmm.
You had a good time?
Yeah.
It sounds like you did.
Yeah. Little reading was good.
So the threesomes that you've had, Mark, not the devil's threesomes, but the newer ones.
Yeah.
Have you had to like work those, or did they just kind of happen?
I kind of had to work them.
You did. See, that's good, because I feel like if you're in a position where it's just getting thrown at you, then your sensitivity can go down, and should that dry up, you don't know how to go back out there because that muscle hasn't been worked. You know what I mean?
I see.
Like you haven't had to put the work in, so you don't remember.
Yeah, and you appreciate it more. You're like, I earned this.
Yes,
Right.
I put some work in.
I earned that.
Somebody taking away your threesome.
Yeah, you go to fuck two girls. One guy jumps on the pussy and it squishes out. You're like, I earned that. Come on, man.
Yeah.
You point at your dick. Treat yourself.
But I did a threesome with one girl, and after it was all said and done, one of them fell asleep, and I remember just banging the other one and being like, oh, this is kind of nice.
Right.
Like the pressure's off a little bit. But the threesome was great. I'm appreciative. I'm grateful. But once she fell asleep, I was like, I'm just going to go to town on this skank.
Because that I know I can do.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
I have confidence there.
Right.
How many threesomes have you done with two girls?
5.
Okay, so by the time you get the fifth one, though,
Yeah,
you've
I'm
got
all
a
right
pretty
now.
good rhythm.
I'm all
and-
right now. But everyone's different. You got to learn 2 women at once. It's a whole thing.
Do they suck your dick together? You hope one of them doesn't have plaque breath.
I don't mind that.
How awful would that be if the two girls are blowing you and the one with the sloppiest head has tartar breath?
Oh, God. Tartar breath.
You know that awful fucking flu breath? I had a girl blow me once with flu breath.
How was it?
Horrendous.
Wait, how do you know?
You just smell it while she's sucking your dick.
Wow, that's pretty low down.
Because the saliva's coming out?
Yeah, it's like it's literally like she fucking took a garbage truck and she's tipping it on its side over my cock.
Wow.
Nice breath.
Bad breath, girl.
Dry and phlegmy, that's exactly it.
Ugh, horrible radio team.
Smells like dry and phlegmy in the AM. Dry and phlegmy is disgusting. That fucking, it smells like sinuses.
You see, bad breath girl is just going down on you.
Yeah.
And when it's time for the other girl to suck your dick, she just leans in and goes, oof.
Yeah.
She just has to back away. Oof.
Oh, for Pete's sake.
It's like when you're chewing on a pen, you sniff the pen, you're like, ugh, my saliva's horrible.
So
and you have to be like, that's not my dick, that's her. That's the girl who came before.
Right.
And she's like, no, that's his dick. I don't know. It's not me.
Yeah.
His pre-cum smells awful.
Yeah.
Like tooth decay.
Dead tooth smell. Eek.
Is there anything worse than when someone has a fucking gray dead tooth and it reeks? And you want to just grab them by the ears and scream, fix that, and then put your knee in their face?
Knock it out
that.
for yourself.
Fucking awful. That dry, phlegmy breath. Oh, it's the fucking worst.
It's rough.
You've had a scenario where you've had a woman with a dead tooth?
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, all of them, motherfucker, we have a dead soul. But the dead tooth, it's like, just get it done. Go to the fucking dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God almighty, I've known you for 4 years and it's still gray. Hey, battleship tooth.
How does that happen? Is it a
I think it's the
brushing
filling. It
thing?
could be the filling. No, it's from the inside out.
It just goes away. It's just done. It's just a
Slowly.
rotting tooth.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough.
And yeah, it's like the front tooth, so it's not like you can't get a filling in your front tooth.
Nah, you gotta just put a fake.
Yeah,
It's
just
just
pull
a
it out.
bad
Just
smell.
yank it out.
Even with gum,
Oof.
it stinks.
It doesn't do any good?
No, it doesn't. How about this to everyone listening? Check your fucking mouth.
Yeah.
We all have it once in a while, but I get my teeth cleaned a few times a year.
Right.
Go get your fucking teeth cleaned.
And if people
Holy
are
shit.
if people are complaining about it,
Well, it's a black tooth.
tea is not a good morning beverage.
Ah, yes.
Why?
Because it dries out your mouth.
Oh, yeah.
It gives you terrible, dry, bad breath mouth.
It does.
Yeah.
Tea in the
Iced
morning.
tea is bad?
Iced tea is very bad.
Do you know anyone that drinks iced tea in the morning?
I've encountered.
Just to make their breath smell?
Awful. Awful.
Really?
Oh, very bad.
Who are
Very
you
bad.
fucking, old Southern men? I do declare.
Yeah. Is he sipping a mint julep as he puts his balls in Sam's mouth?
Yeah. Terrible. Terrible.
The dead tooth, it goes black.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
crazy.
You're just watching the person die one part at a time.
Once a tooth goes black, it never goes back. Am I right or wrong, guys?
That's
Hey,
so
hey,
cute that you
hey,
said that's so
hey.
fun.
Yeah, I like to say fun things, but keep it good. Keep it positive.
Next to those white teeth, diversity.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. You know, we joke, but...
We have Eboni K. Williams coming in here, so we should take a break.
Who?
She's on Fox News.
Ah.
Yes, she's a contributor there.
And then she's going to be a contributor here.
That's right. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. It's going to be a good time. We're going to go to break. If you want to go to see Mark Normand's special, you know, you can go to thebblacklistnyc.com/MarkN. He's taping his 1 hour special for Comedy Central. It's going to be very, very exciting. Very, very exciting.
Thank you. It's going to be a hot show,
If
folks.
you want to see the comedy show that's so good, women are throwing themselves at him, then you got to go see this special, right?
And if you if you're in Florida and you'd like your pussy to dry up immediately, come see me in Fort Lauderdale at the Improv next week.
He just scared the guest out of the room.
That's cool.
Eboni K. Williams has left forever.
Yeah. Well, she knows.
So you're saying your comedy doesn't have the exact same effect?
Not at all. You can actually hear the pussy go...
It's dry in here. It used to be so humid when I got in. It's very dry now.
Old bounty cunt.
It absorbs everything.
So yeah, I'll be in Florida. I'll be in Saratoga Springs Thanksgiving weekend. So come on out and see a real turkey.
I love the idea of pouring blue liquid onto a woman's pussy and it soaking it up.
This is with regular comedy, and it's all over the place. But this is with Jim Norton's comedy.
Yeah, Matt just soaking your hands in your pussy. Oh wait, that was a different one.
It's okay.
Sam Roberts returns.
Hey, welcome back to Did Jim know the neighborhood? And
You know, just around the way and wanted to stop by and see what you guys were up to.
Yeah, I like when
I
you
gotta
pop
check
in.
on you guys. You
I
know?
like-
Somebody's
you-
gotta keep y'all in line.
you haven't met Jim before, though. Last time you were here, Jim was he was in maybe
Out of
Philly?
town.
Philly.
Probably, yeah.
Maybe
I think it was
Philly,
Philadelphia.
yep. And Mark Normond, you now know.
Yeah. Well, you know, expanding the network.
That's right. That's right.
She was one of the threesomes. That's a long story.
Is your mic okay, Jim?
Yeah, I'm fixing it. I'm raising it.
He's trying to fix it himself because yesterday he said
It
there was
wasn't yesterday.
It wasn't. Well, 2 days ago, then.
Yeah, there you go.
He said there was a problem with it, and our engineer came in and just literally just did one little knob turn, and that's all it took.
Yeah, but you know, he instead of giving me a fish, he taught me to fish. Now I can feed
There you
myself.
go.
There it
Feed
is.
yourself for a lifetime.
Thank
That's
you.
the great lesson.
Yeah.
So I know I'm
Gay?
no. I'm feeling better because did you see Jennifer Lawrence came out and wrote her whole. She's one of the celebrities that is feeling all the grief
Oh, cool. I'm really interested to hear how she's doing.
about Trump.
Oh, cool.
And just how,
Cool.
it will set us back, but we all have to be strong.
Good,
I feel
good,
like
good.
But do we know that it will set us back? So this is the thing. I was talking to my best friend, and I didn't vote for Donald Trump. I wrote in a candidate. But
Would you write in Travis
Yeah.
Teft?
no, I wrote in someone. I'm not going to reveal the person's name.
it
because
Louis
with
F.
that
from
comes
Chicago?
A lot of scrutiny, and this person will be a nominee for the president of the United States of America at some point.
Okay,
In
wait a
the
minute.
near
Hold on.
future.
It's going to bring a lot of scrutiny, but they will be a nominee someday.
Probably so.
Don Trump Jr.
Okay, so here's the thing. So I'm talking to my best friend. She voted for Hillary Clinton. Not excited about it, like a lot of Hillary voters were.
Wait, Ebony, did you write in a male or female candidate? We could ask
Female
that.
candidate.
A female. Condoleezza Rice. No?
No.
Younger.
Younger than
Condoleezza Rice. Mary Kate Olsen.
So my best friend,
Ashley
she was explaining that she felt that this was going to be a big setback. She was really upset. Her father, a 60-year-old black doctor in North Carolina, went to work but only saw like half the patients that he normally sees in a day because he was literally depressed.
Oh, yeah.
And people are, and I.
So he turned away patients?
Yeah, he
Like he
canceled
appointments
appointments
because he couldn't handle.
because he was like that unhinged around this. And look, my knee-jerk reaction was like you guys. I like rolled my eyes, and then she's like, "But what about the children?" I'm like, "Oh my God, the children, the
Yeah,
children."
what about them?
You know, like, and I was really kind of bitchy about it. You know, kind of cold and callous. And yes, because I'm like, look, this is not about Donald Trump, and it's not about Hillary Clinton or Barack Obama for that matter. This is about America.
Right.
And if indeed you believe in that, and you believe in democracy can't be something we believe in only when it turns out the way we want it to. I love all these people now being all pissed off about the Electoral College, but I didn't hear anybody that I knew complaining about it in 2008 or 2012.
I've complained about it a lot.
Obama. And that's
Have
fine. Now,
you?
if you're consistent in your complaint about it, Jim, no problem.
Well, you know what it was?
That's fine.
I misread. I thought it said collage. I didn't know what it was.
I understand.
A bunch
now.
of people just making a collage. It doesn't make any
I
sense.
thought this is not the way to elect a president.
Via collages.
That's funny. But yeah, so it's like just be consistent. So anyway, so I kind of yelled at her about that. But when we talked about it, and she was like, "Look, people are grieving," and so I slept on it, and now I've woken, and I'm like, you know what? I guess maybe people are emotionally.
It's too
ripped
much, though.
apart
It's
about this.
ridiculous.
Well, people aren't. People are just. They're not accepting it, and it's like I've always thought.
Language.
Oh, wait,
This
that's
is my house.
Wrong button.
Suck at this.
God damn it! Wrong button.
Do you want to start over?
You know, it's funny. It's like people just have to accept it and just move forward.
How far better it is to
Shut up.
strike a match than curse the darkness.
Okay,
Huh?
exactly
That's right. That's
exactly right.
It is
the wrong button.
It is like for adults to be walking around and crying.
Yeah.
And for doctors to not be seeing patients,
Really?
and for all that stuff to really be happening,
Yeah.
is insane.
It's so insane to me, but I don't know where you guys were in 2008. I remember a collective mourning by a lot of people. I was in Charlotte, North Carolina practicing law when Barack Obama won in 2008. Mourning then too. I mean, people
Really?
acted like the world. Yeah, if you guys were in New York, you
I
would
was in
know
New
anything.
York.
Yeah, I'm sure there
Yeah.
was dancing in
We
the
were in the
streets.
bubble.
There was.
It wasn't like that in Charlotte.
No.
It wasn't like
I
that
was
in Raleigh.
overseas. I was in the Philippines in karate school.
Yeah. Okay. No, seriously. What was the Obama like? What? Okay. So
They were fine with it.
they were fine with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they
The whole karate school is okay with it.
they probably were very delighted. But no, people were like really like I've lost my country was the sentiment of a lot of people. You know, what has happened to the country that I don't recognize my country anymore? And that's how a lot of people feel.
That's interesting.
Right now around Donald Trump. People that felt that America was moving in this very progressive space of diversity and inclusion and all these things. And they feel that Trump's election means one thing and one thing only, and that is we're getting set back 30 years on those particular issues. I said, look, I think that's an overstatement. I think absolutely we know that there's some bigoted, racist people that voted for Donald Trump.
Amen.
Well, we know that.
Yeah.
I know. Calm down, Jim. I know.
Yeah.
But there are also people that just found Hillary Clinton completely unacceptable, felt like she was everything wrong with American politics, and were simply not going to vote for her, and decided to overlook things about Donald Trump to send that message to say we're done with the way Washington is working.
So you're a very politically minded person. Do you date politically minded people, or do you try to date people who have nothing to do with politics?
I prefer people that have not. I've done that. I've dated political guys. I've dated staunch Republicans. I've dated super Democrats. It tends to be annoying for this reason, Jim, because you're at dinner, because and it becomes a Fox News segment over the dinner date. And I'm like, look, bro, I do this for a living unless you're cutting a check around this.
Right.
And we're not supposed to set
I
up
normally
that
am on a
scenario.
date. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now we're going down a different road.
Yeah, that's...
I'm not here for that. I'm not here to give you the analysis of the day. I just want to eat my damn steak. And wow,
it would be
talk about
similar
fun.
to asking, like, if Mark's on a date, or Jim, and they're like, oh, like, you're a comedian, like, what's your favorite joke?
Yeah,
and
like,
you're
make
like,
me
I
laugh.
don't want to.
Make me laugh.
Well, they actually have to say to me, Jim, sit down, because I'll stand there with a knife and just like make little remarks until she cracks up.
Oh, that's so cool.
Like a
just to see what
microphone.
So
works.
it's really fun for you.
Yeah, I'll just kind of hold it and pretend I'm on stage, make her feel good.
Jim always says, if you're doing what you love, you never work a day in your life.
I've never said that.
No, and I thought
I've
about
said
that.
comedy's
That's
a hard
true.
job.
It's too much. It's too much. So I like to date guys that have no political interest whatsoever.
Hey,
Right. Well, nobody
Mark
listens.
Normond.
Nice to meet you.
See you on Bumble.
Not really.
So you're single? I'm not hitting on you.
No, I have someone, and he subscribes to the belief of our friend that was just in here talking about he doesn't vote because he doesn't want jury duty. And this is particularly...
You're talking about Roland?
Yeah, Roland.
Roland didn't vote, although it's probably in everybody's interest that Roland didn't vote.
Roland doesn't vote because he can't fit in the booth.
But my guy got
Roland would write in
pissed me off.
He gets the worm here, Mark.
That's so funny. No, it pissed me off when my guy said this because he's a lawyer. I'm like, you're an informed piece of the electorate. He understands and has opinions on all this political narrative and doesn't participate.
He's not a talent booker that mumbles and walks around in a Scrub Daddy T-shirt
and wears shorts in January.
Well, I thought about dating that guy, but just decided against it.
You would think somebody who's like informed and who's a lawyer,
and actually has thought, around it, and has all these strong opinions, and he's like, oh. Well, every time I vote, I get jury duty.
What kind of lawyer is he? Is he a
criminal? I mean, I'm sorry, he's a civil rights lawyer. That's the thing. I was
wow.
He's a civil rights lawyer, and
but he doesn't want jury duty.
Good for him, because he knows how the system works. He doesn't want to watch a bunch of other lawyers, be like me going to a comedy show. He doesn't want to watch lawyers fucking getting paid while he's just sitting there for free.
Yeah. Well, and then he says, he's like, I don't mind being a part of a jury, but he hates the process. Because, most of the time, have y'all went for jury, you don't get picked like 90% of the time.
Right.
So it's just a big pain in the ass. He loses clients. He's missing money. I'm like, whatever. I thought it was a bunch of crap.
So you were a criminal attorney?
Yeah, criminal defense.
Defense attorney.
Yeah.
So you had to defend people. People give Hillary a lot of shit, so you had to defend some real creeps.
Yeah, and that was something I thought was really not cool to give Hillary crap for that. Yeah, absolutely. You don't pick your clients, and guess what? The Sixth Amendment, it doesn't cherry pick just the sweet, nice people among us. We all get a right to fair counsel in this country.
So when you're defending like a rapist or a pedophile, you know they're guilty, but you got to do your job.
Yep.
And if you don't do your job, what is the judge? Will they sanction you? Or there's a problem. You can get in big trouble.
That's an ethical violation. We take an oath when you're sworn into the bar. It says I'm going to uphold this. Look, and I worked with a fellow female attorney at my firm, and she went to the boss and said, I will do any case, murder, guns, drugs. I will not do sex offenders. And look, I respected her right to be that way, but I think that attitude compromises the system. That's my take. That's my take.
I'll tell you the attitude that's good, though, is that she knew it, and she knew she'd be
she wasn't, and
ineffective.
I agree with that.
Yeah,
if you're going to be
acknowledging
a
your
shitty
bias
lawyer about it, don't do it.
Yeah, I won't do those because I won't be able to do a good job. Because I guarantee there's a million people that feel that way, but they just don't say it, and they wind up fucking up.
I've also represented white supremacists. One of my first cases.
I knew I love you. Okay.
Jim, you're such a hot. I got you, boo. No, one of my first cases in Charlotte, I was working for the public defender's office, and it was a white guy. He did kind of look like Thank you, Jim. No,
Is he really?
crap.
Oh, my God. Weak chin, well endowed. Yeah.
No, bald head, oh, well, no, I don't know about that. But yeah, and he had spray painted the N-word on a building in downtown Charlotte and, was arrested for about...
was he happy to see you when he found out you were defending him?
Oh, yeah.
So, like some people, it's funny you ask, Sam, he was kind of like, you could see the conflict on his face.
Yeah.
Like, you're black, but you're hot.
No, was he a white...
I don't know what to do with this situation.
Was he a white
here.
supremacist or just an asshole?
No, he really was a white
Okay, he
supremacist.
was.
And we talked about that. And he actually wanted me to include that in his defense as almost a mental capacity issue.
He's one of those crazy white supremacists. He didn't know what he was doing.
Or didn't know that it was wrong.
He was
That's
brainwashed.
He had no intention of wrongdoing when he spray painted this N-word on this building
kind
for
of
public
building was
consumption. It was like a mall.
It's a Build-A-Bear.
No, it was the warm fuzzies, right, Mike?
Yeah.
No, this is a building downtown Charlotte. So anyways, I defended him. We got him a sweet deal that dismissed the case. And, people were like, all right, Ed, but again, you don't pick your clients.
Right.
Everybody gets defense. That's how it works.
Right.
So,
Your mom is a Trump lady, right?
Trump trained, baby.
Really?
She is lifetime Democrat, 55-year-old black woman, down for Donald Trump since last summer. She's a small business owner, and she felt like
she was there from the build that wall, get these immigrants out of here. She was like, yep, that's my dude.
She's like, that's my dude. And even when he was like saying, get the old black guy out of a rally and like, I'd beat him up and put him on a stretcher. I was like, Mom, come on. She's like, well, I mean, that's not that cool, but
then she was
I'm still riding with him.
She was probably happy when he shouted out his African American. When he was like, there he is, my African American.
No, Mom raised her hand. Kidding. No, she's actually a brilliant woman, totally understands that Donald Trump has some serious issues with like racial consciousness and racial sensitivity, but decided for her as a business owner, the most important thing this election was somebody that can go in there and possibly reform the tax code and make life financially better for her. And she thinks this is the guy.
I think people have been handling it really well since it happened.
What?
On social media.
Is that sarcasm?
I think people have been doing a good job of communicating with each other.
I have to tell you, I feel like the message, they go low, we go high, has
went out the window, huh?
been lost on a few people.
Yeah, they go low, I go lower. I mean, that's it, folks.
It's really great observation.
It's
so good.
It's so like immature to me too, right?
Yeah.
Like I get it. I get that this feels like a gut punch to you. But if you care about America, this is opportunity, right? This is what I say. I say in a way this is very good for those communities that feel so attacked by Donald Trump. This is why. The election of Hillary Clinton would have allowed those communities to feel, I think, a false sense of comfort and complacency around their agenda being progressed in a way that I don't have any confidence that it would have in any real way that meant anything better for them. And Donald Trump will bring suspicion, and people are going to be on their toes because they don't trust him on these issues. So they'll be forced to advocate for themselves. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like, wake up about it.
We had a black president for 8 years. Did anything get better for black people?
Not really.
It's really hard to point to specific stuff. The only thing I ever point to, he had that My Brother's Keeper program, which I do think was good, but that's like the only thing that I can articulate specifically. So yeah, I think with communities of color or gay and lesbian or what, religious, Muslims or religious minorities in this country, I think they thought Obama's presidency meant something it did not mean. They thought it really meant this enormous progress around these issues. It did not mean that. It only meant this to me. All Barack Obama being elected president meant to me was if you're deemed an exceptional black person in this country, really, really special, America will not be so racist as to hold you from your destiny. Well, it didn't mean anything other than that.
I would know. I don't see race.
Of course you don't.
You don't even notice
God,
it.
You're that annoying person.
I just see sexual orientation.
Everyone's defined by those boxes.
They certainly are.
Don't you think that voters like your mom, though, are such a huge reason that Donald won? Because it was being portrayed that if you voted for Donald Trump, you're a racist white man who's misogynistic and doesn't care about anybody, any minorities, anybody. And there's all these people that don't feel that way, but still, for whatever reason, like Trump. And the more you get told this message, well, that means you're a racist white man, the more you're like, go fuck yourself. And more people are saying, go fuck yourself.
People really resisted that, Sam. No, you're right. People don't like being told what they are for who they vote for. Also, if people are looking for somebody to blame for Hillary's loss, you got to look at white women. White women, 60%.
Oh, boy, do I.
Yeah.
Oh, I know you do. No, 60% of white women in this country voted for Donald Trump, and I don't think that they were all self-hating, down with sexism. Yeah, the Access Hollywood tape was a hot mess, and I write about it in my book. I'm not going to sit here and defend those comments, not one bit of it.
Right.
But people normally take people in their totality, generally speaking, and, a lot of people are willing to say what man is perfect, what woman is perfect, just like some, who cares about the emails, was the sentiment most Hillary supporters felt.
And what man
Same thing.
hasn't said that on a bus?
I think a
lot of men do.
Yeah, I think.
I challenge any man to say he hasn't said that on a bus while eating a Tic Tac.
I don't know that I've ever.
Steve.
Thank you.
I don't know that I've ever said that on a bus while eating a Tic Tac.
Sure you have.
It's funny, Billy Bush took that the hardest.
Oh, boy,
He lost his gig.
He did.
Trump's president.
He got out with $10 million, I heard.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, $10 million
They just paid out his contract, right? Because I think he had a $10 million deal for
they
over
couldn't
the
just
course of
fire
years.
him. I mean,
he lost.
I'll
He
say
lost
this
the
about
Today
Billy
Show.
Bush, though. Billy Bush, from what I hear, word on the street inside
Yeah.
the industry, he was very, very disliked by a lot of his coworkers. So I think if Billy Bush was a real value add to the Today Show, they could have figured out some way to
But they
kind
were
of
like,
Brian
this is our
Williams
gotcha.
him.
Or
like
to spin
suspend
it and
him,
go,
put him
hey, I'm
away.
sorry I did that. I was immature.
Put him out of plain sight for 6 months and bring him back. Because he wasn't a real value add deemed by most people inside the network, they were like, you are a liability with no benefit.
Dude,
Get rid of him.
You have to be so aware, especially like in entertainment.
Yes.
Like you have to be so aware of whether you're liked or not. Because if you're not well liked, then all people are looking for is the moment to be like, all right, that's good enough. We'll get him out. We've been waiting for that one.
Right about that, Sam. People underestimate that. So true.
Yeah.
All right, fellas, that's all you get from me today.
you
Gotta go. I got to go to Fox News. I'll be on Outnumbered at 12 noon. Tune in. We're talking about this. We're talking about Trump's first 100 days. Who's going to be in this cabinet? Half of Fox News is going to disappear, people are predicting, because they're all going to go to Trump's cabinet.
Wow.
I can't wait till he rolls in there with all of his
gonna be
people. He's going to have Chris Christie. He's going to have Giuliani.
I don't think he's going to have Chris Christie, Sam.
You don't think he's bringing Chris with him?
The block is hot for Chris Christie right now. Okay, the feds are still looking at Chris Christie, and Trump's whole point was, I'm the anti-corruption candidate.
But I thought Trump was doing this like rappers, like you bring everybody from the hood with you.
I would like to, but it's just like rappers and just like dudes on the street. If your boy's got eyes on him,
right?
You gotta.
You're taking this gun charge. You're out of here.
Yeah, you gotta fall back. And if Chris Christie's about street code, he will voluntarily fall back.
I don't think he's about street code.
I hope Rudy gets in because he's so commanding.
Gotta
when
go
he
on
speaks
that. Gotta go, guys. No, thank you so much. I hope to join y'all soon. We can follow up on
of course, anytime.
President-elect Trump.
It's great.
My God.
President-elect Trump.
What a
Goodbye, madam.
Yeah.
Good seeing you.
Yeah, it's good seeing you, Ebony.
Yes, call
and
me.
good luck on what's the show? Outnumbered.
Don't pretend like you don't DVR it every night.
I do watch Outnumbered. When I was working nights, I used to watch Outnumbered every afternoon. You can also follow Ebony Williams on Twitter and all that stuff.
Do you know who I voted for?
Who'd you vote for?
I wrote in a vote.
Who was it for?
Awesome Sauce.
How would you vote for the concept of Awesome Sauce?
Just write it in.
The VP Cool Beans.
Oh, I love Cool Beans. Cool Beans. The first time I heard somebody say that was this woman Eileen I know. I was like, yeah, I kind of liked it. And the second time someone said it, I wanted to chop their head off with a fucking hatchet.
Right.
It's the worst.
You liked it that Eileen said it, but then when you found out it was a thing,
Yeah.
Right.
you were like, no way.
Because I thought to myself, who wants to eat cool beans, you know?
Right. I didn't know you had the car crash.
I do, yeah.
Oh, yeah, he's got a couple of them.
I have a bunch of fun ones.
I can't wait. Well, she was a peach, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Real cutie.
Oh, yeah.
Would you?
I tried on blackpeoplemeet.com.
You know, it's funny. I have that app, and I just didn't meet anyone.
Black people meet. That's unfortunate.
I did have it.
That's unfortunate. I'm sorry that didn't work out for you.
They saw your haircut.
Let's go to Kevin in West Virginia. Kevin.
Hey, Sam, I was scared to death that you was going, when you gave your description of what the Donald Trump voter looked like, you was going to go, hey, let's go to Kevin in West Virginia. But got one thing to say is Hillary's not going to get the chance to put any coal miners or coal companies out of work. And then the second thing is, if you or Jenny ever come to West Virginia or want to come to West Virginia, I live in the Beckley area,
I will get you tours of an underground mine and of a strip mine, and you'll see exactly what these people do every day.
You want to do that, Jim?
And
Yeah, why not? It'd be fun.
Yeah.
Oh.
And Jim, I can set it up and find you a place to do a venue, and you can show some of these people what real humor sounds like.
Imagine if Kevin in West Virginia was your agent, Jim.
Yep.
You're sitting there like, I'm going to find you a venue. We're going to go to West Virginia. Then you're going to tour the coal mines.
Yep. Thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you, Kevin.
I sell my state. I love my country. I love my state. I'll sell them both. But, you know, I would be more than glad to get y'all set up with tours so y'all can really see what these men and women
That's
do.
very, very nice. We'll take your word for it, Kevin. You can be our representative.
Our liaison.
Our liaison.
By the way, Sam, you and I got invited to something.
What did we get invited to?
And it's a heartbreaker.
What do you mean? I can go.
I can't.
Well, then I'm going.
I got a text last night from a woman. She said she was a publicist for a billionaire in Australia.
No.
Hey, Jim, how are you? I have an invite for you and Sam to come to the December 3rd Candy Shop Mansion Party on the Gold Coast.
Ooh,
what?
That sounds naughty.
Travers will cover your flight and accommodation.
Thank you, Travis.
What's the best email to send the official invite to?
It's coming, and Travis Teft is covering the flights.
Would be awesome.
No, you misheard.
If you could come. Kind regards.
Why can't December 3rd? Let's go.
I wrote back.
What'd you say?
I would love nothing more than to go to that event, but I am already booked doing a show.
What?
I'm shooting a special the following week in New York, so I have to work. Please thank him for such a nice offer, and my co-host can't come because he is A-married and be a homosexual.
Why did you write that?
Because it's all true.
No, those are, one of them's not true.
That's true. You are a co-host.
No, that's true.
Oh, okay, well.
No.
So bummed.
Did you say something about wanting to go to the next party?
Yeah.
You did.
And then she's like, I'll let you know about the next one, but I want to weasel in. But do you know how much fun that would be?
Do you think she'll really invite us? She's going to send us to Australia? Look at Adrian. You can't go, Adrian. We don't need you.
He was going to pay for our flight.
Oh, my God.
Man, that's
although I
pretty
didn't, and there's no way I'm not going to cancel Hartford for that. By the way, Hartford, Connecticut.
Oh, do you owe Jim a debt of fucking gratitude?
If you pieces of shit don't show up to this gig, I passed an all-expense paid trip to the fucking Australian Hugh Hefner's house. And I guarantee you that he probably would introduce me, not to the ones who he was hanging out with, but there's probably enough of them where somebody would have fucked me.
We had this guy in studio, Mark, and he was a bit of a character, but he was fun.
I liked him, though.
And he had five, what do you have, 5 girls with him?
4 or 5.
Really?
All brunettes, all smoking hot.
Whoa! Is he like a Bulgarian type?
Yes, exactly. But no, I don't think he does guns. I haven't seen him with guns.
Oh, my God, this guy's gorgeous.
Yeah. But he's just an Australian dude who's got a wife and 4 girlfriends.
Oh, what's his occupy?
I think he made a ton of money in real estate.
Wow, he's ripped.
He's a billionaire.
Yeah.
I think you're focusing on the wrong part of the photo.
and now he just throws amazing parties.
Oh, my word.
And fucks women, and people hate him, and some people love him, and yeah, we have the whole segment, by the way, up on the YouTube channel. If you missed it when it was on the radio show. Or if you heard it, and you want to see what these chicks look like, you can go. But I can't believe
Travers Benyon
that we have to turn that down. Travers wants to fly us.
Heartbreaking. It's Ozzy's birthday.
Oh, you gotta go.
Ozzy would want you there.
Hartford. You have to go down there and get your ass licked. Get your asshole licked.
He would say that, right?
Yeah. I'm so bummed.
Hartford, the insurance capital.
Dude, I'm going to be in the Hartford, but I'm shooting the week after, so I got to run the
yeah,
set.
you're right.
But it's called dedication
to your craft.
You have to. I can't go shoot a special a week after. You got to do the gig.
Well, I want you to stare rays of resentment into the eyes of every person that bought a ticket to that show.
Yeah, believe me, it's not going to be a pretty one. Hey, Hartford, how you doing? Good. Who cares? Go fuck your mothers.
Yeah.
I should be eating a fucking Playboy bunny ass in Australia right now.
Is he just a fan of yours?
No, he came on and did the show.
Oh.
Yeah, we had him in studio.
Cool guy?
And he was a fun guy, and he brought all the girls with him.
Oh, man, did they get naked?
They didn't get naked.
They're his girlfriends.
But they were wearing, like, net tops and bras and shit. It was amazing. Pull up the video, Adrian. So
I would have absolutely had sex with one of those girls.
So Mark Normond can see what they look like. It was...
so you do comedy?
If you go to youtube.com/Jim and Sam Show, you can find all the videos there. But, yeah, and he was we had a good time with him, and we were like, yeah, we want to go. We want to go to the Candy Shop Mansion. We want to do all this stuff. And he said, yeah, well, I didn't think he was going to follow through.
No, I know, but this is the big party, so now we won't get an invite with her. We probably could go whenever we wanted to, but she's like, all right, I'll let you know we're in New York again. I'm like, oh, fuck.
No, what about the next big party?
How about the next big party?
Don't worry about when you're in New York again. We want to go to the party.
God damn it.
And we don't want to go to a New York party. We want to get flown to Australia and go to a fun Australia party.
You're married, though. Would you go?
Yeah, of course I would go.
All right.
Where did cheese go? I don't know.
I just needed to be cheered up. So
it's really a shame.
Damn.
These are the chicks.
They're all smoking hot.
And they all were in studio, and they were all reminding Jim for some reason that he danced, and I never knew why.
Wow.
Well, I always said,
God, you guys look like such radio guys next to those hot girls.
I know. And I was like, don't let me forget that I danced.
It's Jim's song.
Yeah, I shook hands with him. He wasn't. Travers was not nice to me when I shook hands with him, though.
He wasn't?
Don't you come in my hand, you cocksucker. I'll rip it off.
Is he worried that people are going to come in his hand?
Threaten me.
Oh, it's weird.
The modern day version of the hand buzzer. It's just jizz.
Yeah, I'm going to write her back and go, by the way, Sam and I resent being put on fucking hold till you're in New York.
We don't need to be. No. Who gives a fuck when you're back in New York?
Hold on. But I want to know, would we have been flown coach or business? I'm not
business.
It's got to be business. That's a long flight.
20 hours.
Yeah, I know, but there's two of us. He may not put us in fucking...
It's fucking Travers Banyans or whatever his
what
name
airline?
is. Qantas.
Ooh.
It's got to be Qantas, right?
Gotta be.
No.
And
Qantas Business?
I'm going to Australia on December 8th, Trev. Just throwing it out there.
Oh, do you want us to put in a good word for you at the Candy Shop Mansion?
Please.
We could do that.
Yes.
Obviously, they love us over there.
I would love to go to the Candy Shop Mansion.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this.
Candy Shop.
This thing would have turned out very differently if I had given her my email instead of you giving her yours.
This would have turned out very differently if I fucking had shot my special a week and a half earlier.
Why wouldn't you have?
Well, I didn't know it was happening.
I would have emailed her back, I promise you, and said, unfortunately, my co-host can't make it. However, good news.
Yeah.
I would have been there.
At least Hartford's beautiful.
Well, you can still go, by the way. You want to go with me? I'm the attraction.
I want to go with you. I want to have a good time.
Yeah. It would have been fun. Even though it would have been fun is you can't get laid when you're there.
I know.
And I can't for other reasons. You can't, and they won't. Fuck me.
Yeah. I'm not allowed, and you can't seal the deal.
I'd get my... Well, let's not phrase it so hurtfully.
Well, you'd try, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me get back to her.
You already did get back to her.
I know.
What are you going to write? Write her something...
By the way, Sam and I are discussing and would love to come to Australia before you are in New York, period.
I think that's a great email. You should send that and let her know that there's no reason to wait. I mean, why? So what do you mean we'll catch up with you next time? Like, don't worry about next time you're in New York. You know what? So we can have you back in to talk about more fun parties we didn't go to?
Yeah.
I'm not interested.
But you get the gals in again, at least.
I guess, but I want to see them in their environment. They probably take the titties out at the parties.
Oh, I'm sure.
Don't you think?
You eat sushi off of them.
Yeah, I saw in a photo.
I know.
God damn it.
God, I'd love for him to eat sushi off of me.
Oh, wow.
I mean, go to the party.
I think you're looking at all these photos wrong, Mark.
That's a cool video. It's from a movie called A Billionaire, 3 Chicks, and Slug Boy.
That's Travers, 3 beautiful women, and Jim Norton.
Oh, yeah. they knew.
Somebody has a question about your soundboard, Jim.
Ooh.
Sure.
Patrick in New York?
Patrick, that's a great thing to get in hockey. It's a hat. I know.
Really,
I'm just being cheeky.
You're not funny.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't funny.
It wasn't.
But that's all right. No. But whatever happened to, you guys were supposed to isolate the Bill Burr, like, when he was yelling cunt. I haven't heard that yet in the soundboard. That's what I've been waiting to hear.
You know what?
You guys in L.A.
You know what? The thing with the sound clips...
Do you have the sound clip or not?
No. You know what the thing is, sir? The sound clips we don't always get in a timely fashion.
I mean, you have all that crap.
Don't interrupt me, cunt!
That's it. I've been waiting to hear that. I'm so glad.
Wait, what was your name?
Patrick.
All right, Patrick. Nice talking to you, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
All right, buddy.
All right, talk to you later. Let's go to Kevin in Philly. Kevin, welcome to Jim Norton and Sam Roberts. Mark Normond is here, who's filming a special on November 17th here in New York, and you can get tickets at theblacklistnyc.com/MarkN.
Thank you. I'll be in Philly on Monday, homo.
You're a faggot, Mark. Thank you.
Thank you.
So, real quick, Jimmy, I am a huge fan of your Bill Clinton impersonation. It is the best on the planet. I cry.
You think Bill Clinton's in the room when he's doing it?
Yeah, it's really good. Sometimes I have to stop doing it just so people don't think this is like the president's lounge.
Why would they call it that?
The Oval Office?
Yeah, there you are.
Well, can we hear the Bill?
The Oval Table. It's like synergy.
No, stop saying that.
Yes, sir.
Jim, I was devastated when. Well, I wanted Trump to win, but I was devastated that Hillary didn't get in because you would have had 4 years of just rants of Bill doing terrible things in the Oval Office.
You would have been able to do your Bill Clinton impression quite a bit. You still can.
Yeah. I'm hosting a dinner for all the first ladies in the land. I'm going to put a vase in your pussy.
Wow, it's like I'm here with Daryl Hammond.
Isn't it amazing?
Yeah. I'm going to put a Coke bottle in your cunt like Fatty Arbuckle.
Oh, thank you, Kevin.
Yeah. Look, it's Angela Merkel. Come here, you Nazi. I'm going to eat your asshole.
You sound like Arlie Erby.
It's a very sexually charged up. Bill is so sexed
Bill's
up.
very sexy. Can't help it.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Bill. I wish he was hosting these dinners, big sex dinners. It looked like something out of Eyes Wide Shut.
Hillary would have to go in to meet with people in the Oval Office to shit to meet the husbands.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah, she would.
What about Bill?
Bill would be hanging out with the wives.
This is the bowl that Ronnie Reagan used to eat his jelly beans out of it. Watch me take a shit in it, and then you can eat it.
What about Bill at the Candy Shop Mansion?
No!
Never there when you need him. Never there when you need him. Woo! Would have been so easy. Never there. Guy on Long Island.
Guy on Long Island, boy, welcome to Vague City.
Oh, Jesus.
All right. First and foremost.
By the way, I really next time, any of you women that are listening, any of you text Jim Norton late at night, understand that it becomes a chore for the rest of us the next morning.
I went to Candyland in Australia, and a bunch of bitches hopped on my prick like a kangaroo.
There it was.
You don't need to be so literal.
She blew into my penis, and my asshole made a didgeridoo sound. My wife's got fat ankles.
Bill, why take a shot at Hillary?
I'd rather fuck your wife, Don. You lucky devil.
Well, there's no denying that. I mean, Melania, right?
Yes.
I just don't understand why take a shot at your wife.
I'd like Melania to break off a chair leg and put it in my asshole. My wife's got fat hips. My wife's got hips like your husband, Melania. I bet my wife and your husband can wear the same pants. Look at her laughing.
Is Bill making fun of Donald? I mean, Bill was a fairly chubby president himself.
Yeah, but him and Melania are having a laugh.
I see. They're trying to. He's trying to cuckold Donald. Is what he's trying to do.
Yeah, because they're having a big meeting. Hillary and you know the Donald will be having a big meeting, and
right. And Bill's trying to get Melania to laugh at her husband so that they can have that connection.
Yeah.
Oh, that Bill's a slimy dog.
Are you thirsty? How about a mouthful of Arkansas joy juice?
Is that what he calls it?
Yes.
What a smooth operator.
Those are his cumsies.
What a smooth operator.
Sure.
Wild Bill is.
Yes, he is.
Oh, Wild Bill. Guy on Long Island.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up, buddy?
First off, I want to see if there's any way for you guys to make a sweet boy's dream come true.
Well, it depends.
Depends on what your dream is.
A really sweet boy from Long Island really needs to get to UFC tomorrow night somehow, some way, and I was hoping you guys have some tickets.
I don't even have a ticket for myself. Jim was like, honestly, I was talking to, when we were in L.A. last week, a week ago, Jim was a little stressed out because he didn't know if he was going to get a ticket.
I didn't know if I was going to get to go. I had to text the boss, and I found out that I do have a ticket, but
just one.
I was lucky to get that.
Yeah.
So can I just have yours then?
No.
Don't answer for me.
Oh, okay. You're right. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, guy.
You seem like a sweet boy guy.
That's nice.
I am a very sweet boy, but all right, here's the other part of my fault.
Well, no. You can ask Jim. You're right. I shouldn't have answered. I shouldn't have answered for Jim. That was rude of me, and it wasn't right. So, Guy, go ahead and ask Jim for the ticket. I'm sure he may give it to you.
Yeah.
Jimmy, can I have your ticket?
You have a better shot at me sending you a photo of my wife's blood and gorged ankles. Her ankles look like she always gets got off a plane.
You mean because she's bigger in the ankles than most ladies? Yeah.
Yes, she is.
She doesn't have thin ankles.
She has ankles like Tank Abbott.
She's a very sturdy man.
All right, well, now that the sweet boy's dreams are shattered, part 2 of my phone call.
Okay.
So a long time ago, Mark Normond was on, and he talked about a procedure where he had like some HPV shingles removed from his cock or whatever. And
Did that happen to you, Mark?
No, I don't believe so.
He said it, and then on a later phone call, you guys mentioned to him again, and he denied it. He said, no, I don't remember that.
I honestly don't remember.
HPV shingles.
He's denied it twice now, so is there a possibility that it wasn't him?
Yeah.
No, it was Mark Normond, and he said the girl was hot who did it. He said, you guys asked him if he was embarrassed. He was like, oh, yeah, she was cute. And I was like, how the fuck is he not embarrassed?
I honestly I don't remember it.
Mark, I don't know. HPV shingle. I don't even know what that is. Like, what do you mean? I flicked it off?
Like warts removed from your cock, you said.
No, never had a wart.
Did you ever have...
So you were joking then?
I'm sure I was. I am a comedian.
Maybe that's what happened. Thank you, Guy.
I hadn't noticed, actually, but...
Hey.
Whoa, hey, easy, Guy.
Come on, I'm right here.
How it stung, huh?
I had chlamydia twice.
Yeah.
Got it from the same gal again.
Could that have been the story?
Was she hot?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that was the story then, but did you have to have, like, a procedure or something?
No, I had yeast infection that was pretty crazy. I had to go to the hospital for that.
Yeah, maybe that was it.
All right, Guy.
I'm sorry. Call me on my home phone and we'll talk about it.
Yeah, goodbye, Guy. Chris, the teacher, and also Adrian just wrote, and he might be wrong, but he thinks that it could be.
I fucked Adrian when she worked at the pet store.
Adrian who
Her
works
husband was off boxing. She collapsed on a feed bag, and I put my penis in her mouth.
Adrian thinks it may be a Dan Soder story, but he doesn't know for sure.
Maybe.
Or Joe List. All have a lot of warts between us.
Yeah. I had sex with Adrian and her hiney while we looked at Rocky's turtles.
Is that right?
Yeah. I made soup out of Cuff and Link.
Oh, it's so sad for Rocky.
Buck just bit me on the dick. Thought I was raping her.
Let's go to Chris, the teacher. What's going on, pal?
Hey, been a long time. Just want to say really.
Oh, by the way, real quick, Chris, I see Jay in Bakersfield and Chris in Georgia. Everybody's calling in saying it was Joe List.
There you go. He's got some crazy warts.
Okay. There you go.
We sound the same.
It was Joe List. Go ahead, Chris.
Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Love what you guys are doing in the morning. Jim, Sam, love you guys totally.
Thanks.
Mark, you had a threesome with a chick I used to date. She says you got a good piece.
Is that right?
Hey!
Where are you from?
Yeah. She is not from here, and she texted you both while you were talking about it.
Ah, wow.
No, I said, where are you from?
Long Island.
Chris, the teacher, is very strangely networked into a lot of stuff that goes on the show. Would it have been somebody that listens to the show?
Oh, for sure.
Okay, so that person is probably because Chris, the teacher, is very into like the hardcore fan network, you know?
Yes.
Which I think is cool that everybody talks to each other and blah, blah, blah. But
you dated her, Chris?
A couple of years ago, yes, sir.
Wow. So you know exactly who he's talking about?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, she texted me.
She's awesome, very, very lucky, and I want to congratulate you on your nice job with that.
Oh, thanks, and thanks for sharing her with the world, my friend.
And she said he's got a good piece?
She said he has a very good piece.
Wow.
Congrats,
this
bro.
is the best day of my life.
This is great.
Oh, thank you, Chris. You made my week.
No problem. You made mine.
Where does she live?
Yeah, I'm blown away. I'm very down on my piece.
Are you?
Oh, yeah.
You don't feel good about it?
Not
You
at
should
all.
be. I got a big white piece of Arkansas hog. I'll drop it right in her mouth while you sit there and tug your little piece. Wipe the shingles off your dick, dirty boy.
You're insecure about your penis?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's not good. You use it so much, though.
Well, I got to stuff it in something.
Mine is fatter than a cankle.
Thank you to the lady and thank you to the guy.
All right, thank you, Chris.
And
Well, thank you, Mark. I want to come to your taping now. I appreciate it.
Come by, VIP. Well, there's a big section for all the guys that fucked this chick.
Oh, God.
All right, I'll talk to you later, buddy.
Take it easy. Love you, bye.
Oh, man.
Wow, that's...
I didn't know you were insecure about your penis. I'm so glad we got that phone call back.
You should be. It looks like a clit with hair around it.
It does. Bill Clinton's mean.
Yeah.
Bill Clinton's just insecure and wants to put everybody down so he feels better about himself.
Wrong, stupid. I got a big Arkansas hog.
Is that right?
Isn't everybody a little insecure about their wang?
Yeah.
No, I'm not.
Except for Bill.
I put on a yarmulke and fucked his mother.
You talking about Travis?
Yes, I am.
I feel like it's become a tradition that every time, like,
I'm sorry,
I'd say at least 2 or 3 times a week when we're out of time, the show ends with just a beratement of Travis and his family issues.
I feel terrible.
Have you noticed that happens every now and then, Travis?
Yeah, but I also don't think he feels terrible.
You know?
No, because he knows that I laugh at it.
You know, my wife texted me because she heard the show yesterday, and she heard Jim's comment about my mom putting gray pubic hairs in the cookies that she makes.
And you had to pick them up by little handles. A little gray, smelly handle.
And Jess said, last time I saw Jim, I invited him to Thanksgiving with your family. Why would he say that?
Because it's true. It's true. It's a little.
He wants cookies.
A little gray handle that smells like cocoa butter. You know what I mean?
That's terrible. I know exactly what you're getting at, and I'm not happy about it. Not at all.
Well, it's worse that it's a gray pube, too.
Yeah,
If
it sure is.
pube,
Ripped out by the root.
Yeah.
Really, really bad.
Torn out aggressively.
Yeah.
Well, we are out
Blood
of time.
vessel on it.
Oh, God damn it.
You ever had an ingrown hair down there?
I sure have.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah.
No, not in my pubes.
Oh, yeah? Just on the shaft?
Yeah. Oh, no, on the helmet.
Oh,
In the hole.
covering the tip. Yeah, covering the hole.
We're out of time, but here's what I want everybody to do. If you enjoyed Mark Normand today, and I would assume that you did, November 17th at, how do you put Angel Orsons?
Yeah.
Orsons?
It's one of those Jewy names.
At the Angel Orsons Center in New York. It's a really, the venue looks amazing. I haven't been there, but the photos look incredible.
Stunning.
Yeah, you can see Mark perform his 1-hour special for Comedy Central. And you can get free tickets by going to the blacklistnyc.com/MarkN. If you're in the area, I would say check it out. If you're the girl who was in a threesome with Mark Normand, maybe you want to come into town because there'll be a lot of guys there who have had their penis in you.
Yes.
So that could be fun. That
There
could be
you
a
go.
nice, fun reunion. You can also go to marknormandcomedy.com and at Mark Norm on Twitter. Thanks for coming by, man.
Thank you, and I want to say that threesome gal was very attractive.
Yeah.
And nice and sweet and smart and fun.